Welcome everybody to the Stretch Run. It's Oldy, it's Justin. It is Scotty coming up around 3:15 Eastern. We got David coming in at around 3. So it should be a party. And by a party, I mean it's Pennsylvania Derby Day. We have a mandatory payout on the pick 5 there. We have huge carryovers at Aqueduct with 240K on the late pick 5, and I believe it's 124K on the double carryover pick 6. How you doing, Justin?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you?
Like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
I like our morning brew too here, man. I mean, if you didn't, I thought, play pretty narrow in the sequence, Oldie, you would have to use a bunch from here. But
Yeah.
I thought would be tough. I was 8-6-4, like in the race. I didn't necessarily love the 3 or 5, which really made this race hard, Oldie.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really tough race. But I like the 8 on top. Currently 6-5. You have nice GSR, right? Night SOR, our morning brew. Makes a lot of sense. You showed the analysis there, Oldie. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, and let's just look here at Justin's analysis there. Takes a massive drop out of Stakes Company here. Has beaten better than this group.
Yeah.
Just has to get back to form.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple layoff lines. Edgar rides. Oldie, you know me, I always like to follow the jockeys and trainers at Gulfstream Park. How much time do we have? Did they post?
We're at 0 minutes to post. We are in a driving rainstorm all of a sudden, though.
Yeah, man. Dude, let's just stay here, Oldie. So what I was going to say is, so I followed the Royal Palm meet. It was dominated by Jose and Safi. They dominated the meet and wins. Edgar's Eyes ran away with the title. I will tell you right now, Mickey got 10 wins and 35 mounts. Edgar's Eyes got 9 and 39. Miguel Vasquez, extremely good, Oldie, when, of course, the big guys aren't there. But he started out the Sunshine meet we're in day 8. He's dominating. Our good boy Edwin G, Oldie, he is 0 for 17 currently, but watch him later. He in the last race at Gulfstream, Oldie, we covered and talked about that race. You like the 10, I like the 3 with Edwin on the lead. So it's going to be a fun day. 8 or 7-5, I think makes a lot of sense. I was 8-6-4 in a tough race. E picks are 3 and 5. They probably run good. You played the pick 5. What do you have?
I have just the 8 here.
So you singled. I like it, man. If you don't single here, it's a tough race. Yeah. Like I thought this race is tough. The last race was tough, although both my top picks won and they were in the exact. I didn't play it, but I thought race 8 here at Gulfstream, Oldie, they're sprinting 5. David will be here, so it's going to be a fun discussion. David Harrison always talks about how turf sprints are tough. So, Scott, Alan, Scott, good to see you. Oldie, Mariners won.
Cubs won. Cubs did not. Cubs found a way to keep the Reds in the wild card race the last couple days.
Dude, Brian Wu got pulled. He got hurt. He's thrown about 185 innings, Oldie, and he has past issues. They're supposed to do MRI, so I'm curious what will come back. I hope it's not bad. I mean, that'll be a big blow. Their staff's so good, and he's been leading it, But the one thing I would say, even if he is hurt, George Kirby pitched today. I've always said George is one of the best on the staff. And they have Luis Castillo and Logan Gilbert too. And they had already brought up Emerson Hancock. He's been coming out of bullpen. He's very young. He's very good. And then you have Bryce Miller just came back from off the DL. So, and then one thing I'll tell you also about the Mariners, and Gary, good to see you. Logan Gilbert, Oldie, and George Kirby have only pitched about 110 innings. So because they both had rough starts with a little bit of injury, they're just going to start peaking too, right? So we'll see.
So, Justin, how about this for when it's post time?
You have some booms going on in the background.
Yeah,
too.
maybe too boomy there. Maybe more like.
Yeah, that's like police siren. Somebody coming to get you. You. All right. The scratch eyes, I think, helped the A2 Oldie here.
Yeah.
Gets to slide in a couple posts.
I had not looked at the wet GSR though on this horse.
I mean, so there was 2 turf races later. They might come off now. The first turf race was already off. It was the first race of the day. They've had nonstop rain for like weeks.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
Well, and they're off, and I need to turn the sound down. That would help.
This is her barn buddy, Sunset Harbor. Joining them is Secret Revenge. Defended holds the rail spot ahead of Reliable Lady, second last, and the trailer is Gridlock in the run to the opening quarter. The leader is Sunset Harbor in front 3 parts of a length. Our Morning Brew is their second out in the center. Reliable Lady is now third. Defended has a gap between horses in front of Gridlock, and shuffled to last is Secret Revenge. The opening quarter was ordinary, 22-3, as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. It's Safi 1-2 with Sunset Harbor leading Our Morning Brew by half a length. Poised to strike 3 wide is Reliable Lady. From behind the speed, fourth is Defended. She needs to giddy up from there ahead of Gridlock, who's up on the outside and starting a rally with 5/16 to run. Almost 4 in line. The leader now is Our Morning Brew. She takes over from Sunset Harbor, who battles hard toward the rail and kicks right back. Floating very wide off the corner is Gridlock with Reliable Lady just inside her. They're on their way home.
Come on,
Our Morning Brew roused forward here by Zayas, 1/8 of a mile out and 2 on top. From the outside, Gridlock from between Reliable Lady. Final 16th of a mile, and Our Morning Brew is giving them the slip. It's Our Morning Brew for April Racing and Safi Joseph Jr. to win by 3.5. Reliable Lady was second. Gridlock ran third. Then Sunset Harbor and Defended in 1:17 flat.
Boom shakalaka!
I like it. Mr. Chris Walsh, good to see you. Oh, they went the 8-6 exacta pay.
The 8-6 exacta paid. Let's see here.
21-1.
All right. Well, and Chris Walsh, I know you have your show coming up, so I just have one thing for you as well here. Hopefully you're still listening when I say this.
Just want to tell you both, good luck. We're all counting on you.
All right. And Mr. David Harrison is here, the champ.
Hello,
Welcome
gentlemen.
him in.
Oldy. Now, yeah, Justin, how you doing, my friend? It's been a while. Justin.
It has. Did you see what just happened in that race?
I saw an 8-6 exacta, and you had that was Oldy. Yep, very good.
Oh, they played this single, and it's 21-1. David, like it was a tough race. I think the class, the drop. I talked about Jose and Safi going to dominate again. They both have good horses. I mean. That I was talking about the Royal Palm meet. Now they're in the Sunshine meet. Miguel Vasquez, David, is leading, but Edgar just tied him, and I didn't, so Edgar's good, right? I mean, he dominates here at Gulfstream. So
yeah, during the non-championship meets,
yes,
so the big boys come down. Yeah, no, good rider. And now you're the Gulfstream guy, so I'm going to when we watch Gulfstream, I'm going to take some counseling from you, my friend.
Hey, I'm going to take counseling from you and Oldie in New York because the carryovers, but I leave that to both of you. Oldie's my man when for New York plus you, so I'll leave it to you both, but I will chime in.
Well, the only thing I'll say, Justin, is that the pick 6 carryover is just the sequence to me is just effing impossible. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't even find a moderate ticket that I could play that would have a chance. It's so, the fields are large, especially towards the end of the day. You got a couple of turf races that you can go 8 deep. I mean, yeah, it's a really tough sequence. Right?
Do you think it could carry again?
I think it could. The only thing would be there's a couple of singles. One specific single in the 9th race that would be worthy charge. If that horse doesn't win, it could carry, because I think a lot of players are going to basically count on that as their single, and then go deep from there. So if that horse happens to go down, and I think that horse is not a lock. I do like Caldwell Candy a little bit in there, but yeah, no, it's. I mean, the 9th, the 11th, the 8th. Well, the 8th also Mayday Ready. I'm sorry, the other one is Mayday Ready. It could be a single. That's probably the more likelier single. So if those two singles come in, it'll be hit. But Martin lose, it may be difficult. 7th is wide open. 10th, 11th is just impossible.
6 is wide open too, I think. David,
oh yeah,
on the dirt. But yeah, I agree. You got to get past Mayday Ready for this to carry. But with the one scratching that instilled regard, that hurts the chance of beating Mayday Ready there as well.
Yes.
I will say the other horse I kind of like in the sequence. I know the 3, seems to have a big reputation there. I think that last race might just be the one in the 13th.
Yeah, I didn't see it that way, and I started handicapping it. My head started spinning, like The Exorcist, in the scene of The Exorcist, and I'm like, okay, I'm not playing it. So I don't see it that way, but it could be. It could be. Maybe I was looking too deep into it.
Hey Chris, I'm watching that Gulfstream objection. Yeah. The 6 was so much the better horse, but I mean, they were running for second. Then the 6, he doesn't really even barely touch the 3. I mean, he does this. Oh, I bet the 6 comes down. You might be right, Chris. Like there is DQ, or there is an objection. Like the 6 might. Oh, you're good. So keep going. But if you play the exacta, you might lose it. We'll find out in a minute. But keep going on the big A.
Well, before we'll get Scotty in here. I know he's been handicapping it too. We'll get a bunch of opinions. We'll put a ticket together. But we also have the first stakes race coming up in 3 minutes at Parx, the Greenwood Cup Stakes, and my top pick from the preview show, Repo Rocks, is currently sitting at 11-1.
Repo Rocks.
Wow. That's a long time stretch run horse, David. Oldy and I cover Reaper Rocks a lot. I'm surprised. Oldy, I mean, let's hear it.
I mean, all these horses, except for Digital Oops, have distance questions. The 4 horse didn't get I guess was DQ'd in a stakes in Brazil going 2,000 meters, but didn't get the 2,400 distance against similar. I just think that with that one of 119 work on August 9th, and a recent win, maybe Repo Rocks is sitting on something, and this is not the toughest group.
Well, I know Repo Rocks like the back of my hand. This is a 7-year-old gelding who's been primarily on the New York circuit. Then he started after getting claimed like 17 times. They started moving him around, but he never struck me as a distance horse at all. So I don't like that horse at all. I don't think he gets the distances. You had Digital Ops, W Money with speed. He's got speed. How do you beat the 4? I think the only horse that can beat the 4 is the 5. Maybe a little cheap. You should know, Oldie, the Hawthorne Shipper, the 5. You no love for that horse at all?
No, I have distance questions on this horse too.
He's 1 for 4 at the distance.
Yeah, he's just. He's a 7-year-old gelding. He hasn't run this kind of distance since 2023. You know, I guess I just don't love it. Um, you know, it it would have to play out perfectly. I have distance questions on the 4. I would not be able to take 1-to-1 on a horse that I'm not sure really wants that kind of
And
distance.
I agree with you. I wouldn't even take even money on that horse. But if he repeats that effort on August 10th at Saratoga, when he was almost 9-1 in an 8-horse field, and he can repeat that same effort at this distance, he's a winner. But here's the thing with Parx. I've been to Parx. I've been for a couple of Pennsylvania Derbies. It's a quirky track. Some horses just don't like it. I don't even know how to explain it. It is just such a weird track. If you're standing on the track apron, it seems like it's tilted a bit. It's just like the pitch and the surface is unlike any other track I've been to. So either you like it or you don't.
The value here, I'll tell you Oldy, when we handicap this, is 4-1-2. The value is on the 2-horse at freaking 15-1. It's 5-2 on the E morning line. It's value all up in the vertical. I would say I would use that horse. It's the Scotty Longshot, David. It's raced at Parx 8 times. I don't know who this is. I don't know the jockey, but that horse might run, and it's a massive price.
Which horse is that? The 2.
The 2, yeah.
Post time, guys.
I mean, the E morning line is 5-2. I mean, you could play with however, if you're playing a vertical, I would use that horse.
Yeah, I see your point, but how does a 2 win with the 1 in the race? Aren't they going to kill each other early?
Probably. I mean, it could happen, but I was originally 4-1, David. So from that perspective, I had the 4 on top. Oldy and I covered this yesterday. I think the run could run a good race with Irad, but maybe it's 1-4-2 in the try or 4-1-2 in the try. That's play it cheap. Play it cheap.
I like a 4-5.
Okay.
I'm going to take a chance with that Hawthorne shipper that has won at the distance and had a second place over this track. I believe it was in this race 2 years ago or last year. 2 years ago. All right, good luck, everybody.
Very relaxed pace early here.
He's keen. He's in third. Calibrate in between horses to his outside. Repo Rocks. Then it's Praetorian Guard. My Imagination. He is unhurried early. They go through the far turn for the first time, and it's Digital Ops. He leads the way. Digital Ops to the outside. Double your money. No Bien ni Mal. He's settled a bit into third. Repo Rocks. He's moving up a little bit and showing the way down the stretch for the first time. It's Digital Ops to the outside. Double your money, not letting him get loose. No Bien ni Mal under a tight hold. He's in third. Repo Rocks, he's fourth. Then it's Calibrate. Praetorian Guard, My Imagination still at the back. They go by the finish line for the first time. They have a long way to go. And Digital Ops and Double Your Money, those two have been in tandem. Now they go into the clubhouse turn. And with that lead still is Digital Ops, but Double Your Money breathes fire down his outside. No Bien ni Mal, he's holding in third. Repo Rocks, he's fourth. Calibrate, he's in fifth, and it's Praetorian Guard, and cantering along at the back is My Imagination, and Digital Ops has now about 3/4 of a length over Double Your Money. In a clear third, No Bien ni Mal, Repo Rocks, he's in fourth, and it's Calibrate, Praetorian Guard, he skims the rail, he's in sixth. At the back, My Imagination, the half, 49-1, they continue on. And Double Your Money ups the pressure on Digital Ops. Those two have been in tandem throughout. No Bien ni Mal, he's unhurried. He's in third, has his sights on the top two.
Well, looks like Repo Rocks put the anchor out.
To the outside, and at the back, My Imagination. And leading the way still is Digital Ops.
Well, yeah,
Double Your Money continues to press. No Bien ni Mal. Praetorian Guard, he's in fourth and beginning to advance on the inside. Calibrate. Then it's back to Repo Rocks, and My Imagination still last. And the battle persists, and Double Your Money puts his neck in front. Digital Ops tries to counter. No Bien ni Mal. He's gotten the cue, and he looms on the outside. He revs up as they go around the far turn. Digital Ops is dropping back. Double Your Money has that lead, but now he has to contend with No Bien Nimal. Praetorian Guard has some momentum as well.
That's
They go
two
around the
gonna
far
run.
turn.
Look at
They
this.
call out Double Your Money.
He's
He's
getting
got
a
all
run.
gravy
My
lurking,
God,
but no,
he's
he has to
holding it,
contend
hanging in
with
there.
No Bien Nimal.
He might
Moves
win,
to his
David.
outside. Double Your
No,
Money
Forrest
not
got
giving
him.
up. No Bien
Yeah.
Nimal puts his
Four
nose in
two,
front.
there's
They're well
another
clear of
executive.
Praetorian
Crazy.
Guard. There's a 16th left. No Bien
Big
Nimal
value.
has put away a stubborn Double Your Money, and No Bien Nimal, he's great in the Greenwood Cup.
4-2.
4-2.
Oldy, that's a preview show winner too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised that the 2 horse didn't take any action.
Right. And he did rate off the pace a little bit
Yeah.
with the 1. But yeah, in a lot of these races, like I said, it's a quirky track, Parx. And so you want to maybe include a horse like that who's got 8 starts at Parx with 3 wins in 5 seconds. Because
but that's why when you said that, David, and I looked and it was the long shot, and then it was 5-2. I'm like 100. Well, that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Art. I love when people play it. That's my most favorite thing, David.
Yes.
Yeah. I do.
Well, yeah.
That's incredible.
Right.
And the exacta hell that Gulfstream, Oldy, like Chris Walshman, he was here, Oldy. There was a inquiry, but the 6 held up. That was amazing.
And from one distance race to the next, we have 12 furlongs on the turf at Laurel. And David, I know you love turf sprints, probably the way I love distance races on the turf.
Yeah, a distance.
Scotty's the same way as you, Oldy. He don't like to play distance on the turf.
The TSR says, either the 7 or the 5 was the long shot.
Now I'm just looking at the entries, and I'm looking at the long shot. Jay Hirsch is. I'm not pulling it up. Jay Hirsch. That was a former Graham Motion horse, right? Let me just pop it up here.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his motion in the ocean, and he's
Yeah, I
in a
don't
little
like
bit
the
of trouble,
trainer's
from
name.
what I understand too.
What do you mean?
He got popped for a significant overage on a substance that's a long suspension.
Probably why different trainer now, but
Okay, that might be the assistant. Okay, good. Thanks for the info, Aldi.
oh, is that makes sense then? Yeah.
Well, let's welcome Scotty in here as well.
Scotty McKeever, how are you doing, my friend?
Hey guys, good afternoon. How are you? How's everybody doing?
Well,
Looks like I picked the wrong week. Quit sniffing glue.
They're going to regret giving me the soundboard, Scotty.
I know.
yeah.
Don't give Oldie
you
any
know.
toys.
Yeah, kid with a new toy on Christmas. That's what you're going to be like.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. Doing well. How about yourself?
Good. I missed doing the road to the NHC. I'm going to be back in California next week. We
Okay.
actually fly back on Friday. So, hey
You wanna
Gary,
do
how are
following Friday?
you? Yeah, unfortunately, I fly in on Friday, but so we'll get back to next week.
Okay, good thing you mentioned that, because then I can plan my fishing trip that I haven't gone on for next Friday.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Perfect. That sounds
Right.
good.
All
Good.
right, too bad you're flying back to California. I'd invite you up north and for a day out in the ocean.
Oh, I would have taken it too.
I'm sure you would. Yep.
How's you guys handicapping been so far?
It's
Uh-oh.
been incredible, sir.
Has it
So
been good,
far-
really? Or no,
Keep
are you being
yours up.
facetious? Because I mean, I was looking at some of the race. I mean, the cards have been hard.
Yeah.
First race, Oli had the single, Gulfstream Park. We got through. We played the exacta, 21-1. Second race, Parx, big value from EE on the Scotty long shot. Ran a massive race, 4 on top. Paid the exacta got crushed. You all crushed it. It was 11-1, but
That's still not bad. With the morning line at 5-1, I think what the case was, Justin, a lot of players felt that the 4 couldn't be beat.
yes,
And so that's why
they just played it cold. Yeah,
It's just going to
yeah,
be a second.
yeah. That makes sense. Plus, people here paid it. Like, I mean, so
Who are you guys
We're-
using here?
I thought by GSR you got to use the 7 and the 5 here.
I kind of thought the 1 had a long shot look.
Waiting for what a night.
And as well, I believe with the exception of I think Justin and I, between the two of us, have missed one race so far that's run from the preview show, and that was the PID Masters last night. But we've had a lot of first picks wins.
Got a quick question
Oldie,
here.
Did you see the price on Disco Time? You still got like even
Whiskey
money.
Jaro.
I mean, the E-morning line last
Even
night,
money
Sky
on
on Disco
Laszlo.
Time was running in the St. Louis Derby, Oldie.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Mile and a
and
half on
it
the
did come
Alamo turf.
1-4, Oldie,
Rail
but
zero setting,
the E-morning line was 2-5, and you still got about even money.
and they're off on their mile and a half journey.
I saw no love for the Scotty top pick Coiled,
Jay
and that's a
Hirsch
horse
was
I
on
would have been
first,
on
along
here.
with Oh What a Night, and Laszlo right up and on it.
Top
too.
win percent
Here's
too.
Zebon back in
I
fourth
just
position,
thought
just
from a
couple of
distance
lengths from the
standpoint,
early
though,
leaders, and back to
they seem to be
Coyle,
going pretty
scrabbling
hard for
fifth.
12
Another
furlongs,
two
though.
Vaccination and Whiskey in the Jaro is last of them all as they move around the first turn of 3. It's Oh What a Night going out to set the pace by 2 from Jay Hirsch and Zebon on hold in third early, and Laszlo trying to rate along in fourth position just outside of Zebon. Another 2 back to Coiled, who's just in behind that pair, followed by Vaccination and Whiskey in the Jaro still last. Not much change at all in the early stages. The opening quarter in 24 and 1/5 of a second. And so it's Oh What a Night and J.G. Torrealba. They're in control and gliding along with a lap to go from Jay Hirsch. It's Zebon racing third position, and Laszlo is in fourth. Coiled in no hurry there, fifth position, while saving the ground, and Vaccination still one beaten. It's Whiskey in the Jaro. Heading on to turn 2. Oh What a Night still there. Oh What a Night through a 49 for fifth half mile. 2 lengths in front, Jay Hirsch the closest one in second. Zebon is nice and comfortable in third position while saving ground. A length and a quarter more. Laszlo is in fourth and trying to get a little bit closer and stay pace with Oh What a Night. And then on the inside is Coiled, Vaccination, and Whiskey in the Jaro still.
Oh, What a Night,
do.
the disco horse.
Really no change at all. Oh What a Night in front. Oh What a Night from Jay Hirsch, Zebon, Laszlo, fourth, Coiled, fifth, Vaccination, sixth, Whiskey in the Jaro is seventh. Half mile left to go. Heading into the far turn run. Oh What a Night trying to stay on. Leads it by a length and a half. Zebon on the inside of Jay Hirsch. Jay Hirsch still second and chasing. Oh What a Night is kind of come quick in that front runner. Oh What a Night. Jay Hirsch on the outside to attack. Zebon now called on for run. Rouse to run from third. Coiled on the inside. Laszlo's got to hurry. Has 5.5
Come on,
to
long
make up.
shot.
Coiled is going well. Top of the lane, just needs a way through or in between horses. Coil is going to elect to stay to the inside, and there is an opening for Coiled. Coil unwinding. Zebon on the outside. Zebon, Coil. Coil on the inside. Let loose. Zebon on the outside. Zebon and Coil with a 16th left to go. Leads
Coiled.
Whiskey in the Jar to pick up a share. Coiled.
Top win, top pick, Scotty.
You got top win.
Wow.
Top pick. And you got 7-1.
Right when you
Wow.
showed up.
Oh,
It was
good.
like it was right when you showed up. That was perfect.
All right.
7-1.
We
Hey,
have
Chris Walsh, how you doing, my friend?
Where's Chris? Chris there? Hey, Chris.
Yeah. And
So-
Chris is Chris is right. Even money is better than 1-1.
no. I think 1-1's better.
No.
All right. So let's talk. We have a few minutes here before Gulfstream Race 6. So let's start maybe talking a little bit about this $124,000 double pick 6 carryover at Aqueduct. I know we talked a little bit with David about how it might carry over, but Scotty, I wanted to give you time to be able to talk about your thoughts here too. I didn't want to rush everything. Got Tony in the house too. I'm sure he's got some thoughts.
Yeah. We'll start with race number 6, and it's a 6 furlong race on the dirt. Cheap claimer. They love to start races like this in pick 6s, and you'll get a price a lot of times. On paper, of course, the 2-horse Captain Jack Sparrow guys won easily last time out. It's been training against a better horse and been working out good. Dan's got a couple of good workouts in the last couple workouts, so And this horse broke from the 10 hole last time out and still was bet to 9-5 and pulled away to beat 9 other horses. So does draw the inside, not going to get as good a trip probably. But I think the 2 horse is probably the horse to beat. Dark Vector, the 5 horse. Here's a horse that's shown his best when he's been near the lead. And there's going to be a lot of speed in here with the 11 horse. The 11's my sleeper. And the reason is the 11 is going from a 40 GSR last time out to a 58 GSR. So the horse did not like the turf last time out. 68-1. And now all of a sudden ends up at 5-1 here with a decent win percentage, an outside post, probably the most speed in the race. Looks like the fastest horse with a 5-1 EE morning line, guys. Like this horse has a strong chance of going gate to wire. And this horse is 7-1 right now. I'm only using 4 horses in here. I'm going to use the 8 horse as well. Solar Glare. This horse ran a good race last time out against arguably better horses. Yes, the win percentage drops a little bit, but you know what? I like to take horses off the layoff that actually finished before they went on the shelf, that they actually ran a good race, and that's what this one did. It's also the EquinEdge long shot. So in this race, I don't know about you guys, but I'm using the 2, 5, 8, and 11.
I am exactly the same there.
Yeah, I had 2, 5, 10, 11 originally, but you would replace the 8, the 10 with the 8 first time gelding. And Scotty, you're right up. Yeah, that's the 11 horse is the horse I put notes on that I think could gun to the lead and get brave here and not stop. This is a weak field, and looking for a price to start off the pick 6, and that's the horse I would key on is the 11. But yeah, I think to be on the safe side, you got to go with the 2, 5, 8, 11. Correct.
Right, 2, 5, 8, 11. I think we're all in agreement there.
All right. Race number 7. You guys want to go there?
Yeah, let's go to race 7.
Okay. Let me get this up. Let's see.
Hey, Oldy, one question, and Scotty, you just 1 second. Oldy, who do you have in your pick 5 at Gulfstream in the next race?
I have the 2,
up, Willie?
4, and 7.
2, 4, 7?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm with you. Sweet. Okay, Sky, keep going.
All right. Okay, I'll start off telling you guys I'm using everybody in here but the 5 and the 6. I could make a case for every horse, and I could also talk negatively about every horse. I will say this. The 1 horse, I wouldn't ignore this one. I know it's the top pace number, but this horse can legitimately go gate to wire. Sometimes you get thrown off by a horse losing by 10 lengths, but the horse was 11-1, only 8% to win against a 60 SOR group. Cuts back here, could clear early. It looks like this horse will clear early from the inside, and you might not catch this horse. So I would use the 1. I thought the 3 horse, Funny Joke. This horse is 12% to win, and I don't know if this one can rate. I looked back, and it looked like this horse can rate if you look in 2023 in February. And if that's the case, then I would not ignore the 3 horse. The horse that's likely to be the favorite is the 7 Beachwalker, you guys. And this horse is going to be in last early. And I might just leave the horse out, but it's going to be finishing. But, you know, when horses are further back than 3 lengths in the stretch on the race simulator, they only win like 14% of the time. And this horse is only 8% to win. So at horse, the 7 might get overbet. The 8 horse Brew Pub. Yeah, this horse has a big look. Comes back at the same level. Win percentage goes up. GSR is good. Cuts back in distance. If this horse could even just break just a little bit, but I don't love the 4 wins and 59 tries, but it's also the EquinEdge second pick. And I would bet this horse is going to be in the money at the very least. If you're playing exotics, it's 15 second place finishes and 9 third place finishes. So, you know, maybe consider that one. Chris Elliott has been riding tremendous. And here's another one, but this is what this race looks like. 2 wins in 36 races, but the 10 horse, this horse ran really good at 60-1 against a better group. Moves up in win percentage, up in GSR, down in class. These are all the things you're looking for. And this horse could actually get a really good trip in here. So, and then, of course, the 12 horse Dots Dollars, probably the horse to beat on paper. But this horse has burned some money. So I'm not ready to just put this horse in the winner's circle. Although Franco jumps aboard, and this horse does like to win 9 wins in 33 races. But I mean, I don't love anything here. I kind of like the 3 horse, and I think the 1 could go gate to wire. But again, I'm going to cover everybody but the 5 and the 6 most likely.
Good decision, Scotty. I thought this race was just entirely just a head scratcher, wide open. The horse I wanted to point out also, I do like the 1, and I do like the 2 a bit. This is another one off the cutback. Now, I have question marks about a lot of these sprinters here who may not want to really go 7 furlongs, Scotty. And the 1 could get loose and get brave on the lead. Has never gone 7. But, I mean, Brew Pub, to me, prefers 6 or a mile for some reason. Dutch Dollar with that outside post is 1 for 4 at the distance. I don't trust a lot of these at the distance. So I think Quiet Wisdom, who's won 3 races at a mile, the cutback is perfect. I'm not worried about the last race. He seemed to be climbing, supposedly, on the trouble line. And he's won 3 races out of this track. So I think he's live, too. And I don't think there's any way you're going to get a price like anywhere near 15 or 20 to 1. Probably more like between 8 and 12 on the 2.
All right. So, David, who are you using here?
Well, you know what? I would try to be a little risky here, and I wouldn't go too deep. I would go 1, 2, 3, believe it or not, and I'd take my chances.
Okay. And I am 1, 7, 8, 12.
Okay.
And that it looks like we might have a minute here still to talk about the next race while they're mulling around at Gulfstream. For me, and Justin and I talked about this as well, we thought this was a 2-horse race and one of the 2 horses scratched. So I'm singling Mayday Ready here. Me and probably everybody else.
I still like the 9, Oldy, now if the 1 scratched, but I 100% understand the single.
The only other, I agree, this is the race 2 single, Mayday Ready. However, I was real impressed with the last race. Jose Ortiz put this horse on the lead, and the other fillies in there was no speed. And this horse really never had gone to the lead before. So just really lulled the field to sleep in slow fractions. And she doesn't need the lead. She's a closer, in my opinion. So that was a slow fraction. But the only horse I wanted to point out here that I would include is my angle, first time turf, even though the horse has modest turf breeding, is the 4 Decadent. I mean, this horse comes, she won her first 2 races impressively for Kenny McPeak. Tried a stakes race at Parx and came up empty totally. And has a good workout on September 12th for this, and also had a bullet workout on the 13th. It's out of Girvan, so you wouldn't think there's no great turf breeding. But I've seen horses like this run very well. Not saying you're going to win, but I think this horse is going to run well today.
And Scotty, we'll get your thoughts after the race at Gulfstream here.
Sounds good.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time.
Well, you have 2,
Moving
4,
in
7,
for the Duke
right?
of Mischief overnight handicap.
Yeah, that's the only 3 horses I thought I had shots. That was 7, 4, 2 in that order. I like the 7 quite a bit, actually. But I think you're good to get through on the pick 5.
They're at the post. Racing and the Duke of Mischief. Good start outside for Roar of the Beast, who heads off for the early advantage. Here's Step moving up to take him on. Away at the rail is Pure Class. He's an early 3rd. Second last early is Awesome Train. The early trailer is Big Data. And the run out of the chute, it's Roar of the Beast, who has outside position and the lead, with Step moving up toward the rail to challenge from 2nd. 2.5 more to Pure Class. Jaramillo has a good spot for him. He's 3rd, angling off the inside for a clear shot. It's a gap of 3 more to Big Data, and Awesome Train is last. They head to the half-mile point. Working way out the center, Roar of the Beast and Edgard Zayas are the leaders. For the inside Step with some token pace pressure in 2nd, working 3 better than Pure Class 3rd. Then it's a gap of a length and a half to Big Data and 2 more to Awesome Train. They went to half in 47 seconds flat as they swing now around the 4 turn. With the rail advantage, Step comes through inside of Roar of the Beast to challenge for control. 2.5 more to Pure Class, who's driven from 3rd. Big Data's 4th. And at the rail, it's Awesome Train. They pass the 5/16 and run for home. On the outside, Roar of the Beast toward the rail step. They're still locked up heads apart with a rail skimming ride. It's Edwin Gonzalez on Awesome Train who tries to continue on with it after 3/4 and 1:11.4. Off the turn and the stretch drive step, an eighth of a mile from home.
I'm either out or
Awesome Train taking aim from
Come on,
second.
4.
They
Keep
come past
going.
the eighth pole. Step is in front. Awesome Train lifting to him.
Come
It's
on.
Step who digs.
Like you're
Awesome
okay.
Train
Where's
on the
that
outside
wire?
is running
Where's
out of
that
time.
wire?
Step.
got
Awesome
it.
Train. Step wins. Step
Yes,
beat Awesome
that's a
Train
good
by
price
neck.
too,
Class
dude.
third,
It was
Roar
like
of the
9
Beast
to
fourth,
2. That's the horse you want.
137.
Edwin Gonzalez so far, Scotty, at the meet has not won yet at the
Well, he just did.
Sunshine meet. He's
If
like
that goes
0
official.
for 20. Yes, there you go. There's
All right. Good one. Way to
I'm
go, my
Yes.
friend.
I'm spread in the last, Justin. I have 1 through 3, 6, 8 through 12.
Wait. What do you go say again?
In the last, which is that 5 furlong race, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, that race is
Of the
tough. What do you
turf?
have in? What do you have in the
Or
next
not.
race?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that is the last. I'm sorry. The next one is that synthetic race. 1 through 3, 6, 8 through 12.
Oh, in the next race?
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
feline.
you're good. I like a couple horses in that race. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's gonna be a good pick 5. And Scotty, he did the pick 5 in race 3. It's the retail only pick 5, so there's no comp money.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
I used our top 2 picks in the first leg in the from the weekend preview show where we tossed the favorite in the first leg because neither of us liked that horse.
You're gonna be golden. All right, back to the big A.
All right, back to the big A and your thoughts here, Scotty, on race 8. We got 5 minutes before this goes off, so we got to get through 3 legs in 5 minutes here, guys.
Okay. I just was I put my picks in right now. So, okay, I got my ticket in. Okay. So we're in race number 9 now or 8?
Race 8.
Race 8? Okay.
Yep.
That's the Mayday Ready race. Oldie, this is your single. If you are you playing a pick 6, Oldie?
I haven't had a chance to get it in, but I can really quickly show people what it is.
I might play the pick 5 carry. I'm not playing the pick 6 actually. I might play the pick 5 carryover. We'll see.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
mine was for the pick 6, but I'm probably not going to have time to get it in. So,
Guys, I'm using the 2, 3, and 9. I'm going to try to beat the 2. Although on paper, this 2 looks like the horse to beat. I didn't like how it set a slow pace last time out and barely hung on. And I do think this is an easier group. It's just something about this horse. Now, what a wonderful horse to have if you're this stable and this trainer. I mean, good for Joseph Lee. I mean, this horse is $1.3 million. I mean, this must be a dream horse for them. That being said, I am going to try to beat the 2, but you probably won't. But I'm using the 2, 3, and 9 on my ticket, anyways.
all right,
Oldie,
Scotty, 2, 3, and 9.
Oldie, let me take over if you want to enter a ticket.
No, it's fine. I'll just play the pick 5. That's fine. I'm not that confident on that first leg. So.
I just want to make sure. Scotty, keep going. Sorry.
All right, in race number 9, you guys. Like, I don't love anything in that race. I'm going to. I actually think you can beat the 3 horse. Trying to get my notes to pop up here. Sorry for the delay, but my internet is slow here. That's why we're not doing shows, David, because this internet is so bad.
Right.
I thought this race was wide open. I thought the 10 horse is going to get a really nice trip.
Yeah.
If this horse gets any kind of break, this horse has had 3 straight trips from the outside or from the inside post, now draws outside. If this horse breaks at all good, and you love James Bond, David, I think the 10 horse might be tough. There's a lot of speed. The 1, the 6, and the 8, these horses are going to be flying early, and I think that completely sets it up for the 9 and the 10. And I think the 7 horse makes a lot of sense as well. So I would consider the 7 horse. So my top plays in the race are the 7, 9, 10. Oh, the EquinEdge long shot. I'm sorry. So I am doing it all in here, but I really felt like the 6, 7, 9, 10, and the 6, 7, 9, 10 were I'm going for the closers. I'm gonna throw out the front runners, and I'm gonna try to beat the favorite Worthy Charge because it just broke its maiden. Certainly, probably on paper the horse to beat, but I'm gonna go for the closers.
All right. The only thing that worries me, Scotty, if the 3 runs back to that last start, I think it's going to repeat. So, but again, that's the move. You either include them or you don't, because you know what I mean. You're wasting a pick. So,
but I think that's a good betting. Like, but you know what I mean. Just from talking, it's like you either like big shot, or it's like a waste of adding a horse, maybe.
All right, David. What about you here? Because we're down to 1 minute. So
I would just go too deep here. The 3 and the 10.
3 and the 10 for David. If it would type, that would be good. That would help us. All right, and then we're race 10, Scotty.
I'm only using 2 horses: Disco Star, the 3 horse, and Hangover Heaven, the 7 horse. I got to believe that one of those horses is going to win the race. Coming from behind, I guess you could get one of the front runners that could surprise. Like you've got the 2, 4, and 5. One of those could get an easy lead, and if that happens, then one of them probably gets away. But I'm gonna look at the wire. You can see how tough this race is, even some of these long shots. But I'm gonna take a chance with just the 3 and the 7.
Okay, and then David.
And I'm going with the 3 and the 7 also, but I'm including the 2. Surprise everybody! The 2 James Bond horses. He's got a speed, Tariga, who should gun to the lead, and then he's got Roragna, who's going to be a huge price with Katie Davis. Maybe the strategy is apply pressure to the other speed with the 4, and the 9 comes flying from the back of the pack. In any case, I think the 9's going to hit the board flying late here. It has won a race over the turf course, so has Tariga. So it would be 3, 4, 7, 9 for me.
And I like the Scotty long shot here with the 3 and the 7. The 5, you got to have hope for DePaz here. This horse almost won the Matron in 2024. This group is not as good. I think this horse is going to run back to some of that form here, and that's the way I'm playing it.
Hey, Oldie, they're loading.
Yeah, they're loading. So, guys, last race here. I'm just 1 and 13.
No,
I
you're
have the 1. I'm singling the 1.
And I'm the 13. So there you go.
What are you, David?
I'm singling the 13.
Oh, I like it. That's awesome.
It's a wide open race. I'm like, well, I'm exceeding my small, skinny budget ticket, so I have to single. I have no other choice. But I'll take on this card. I'll take a small ticket, being live to 1 horse in the last race, because I have some long shots in there that if they happen to hit. All right, they're loading the gate. Good luck, everybody.
Justin, can you bring up the sound here?
Okay. Carryover is almost 124,000. Currently in the pool, 457. I think the 2 might busted through the gate.
They let him through the gate, but he was acting up in the gate, and so that's never a good sign for. Yeah.
What's in the jockeys got here standing there like talking to each other? You see that?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, your attention, please, on advice.
So, Justin, the will
Hold on.
1 majestic arc. Express the 1 majestic arc.
1 scratch.
Big long shot.
Doesn't that help the? Does that help the 11? If I remember correctly.
I don't know if the 1 was a threat to.
No, it absolutely does. Absolutely. No.
Scotty, it already scratched in EE. Check that out.
Now it just showed back up here, and that was the second highest pace number. So the 11 now has a 18-point pace advantage. No, I'm sorry, a 28-point pace advantage. Sorry.
Yeah.
Huge.
It looks like we're going to have a minute or two here, and we can talk about. We got Parx race 10 coming up in the meantime while we wait here, and then after. Mystic Lake and this race runs here at Parx, we will have the mandatory payout pick 5 for Parx and the carryover pick 5 at Aqueduct. coming up as well.
Oldy,
And,
I'll watch the Big A. Go ahead.
All right, so Mystic Lake is your heavy favorite here, and deservedly so. A Grade 2 winner, ran well in a Grade 1. I really only like 2 horses here. They're both getting bet in the 8 and the 7. I believe my third choice scratched here too. So, but we can watch the race sim because looks like they're going to be a while here at the Big A. They're going in the gate though at Parx. Any thoughts here, guys? Really fast for Parx.
Stick Lake.
Oldy, you and I covered this. Both my top picks, I had the 8 and second. My top pick scratch and then my third pick scratch. So I'm on the 8 just like you. I know it's chalk, but I think it's the winner.
Bella.
And I'm on the 7. How can I go against Butchie Reed at Parx on PA Derby? You knew that.
Now they're all
Yes.
in.
We talked about Butchie yesterday.
Butchie Reed, yes.
Off and racing in the Liberty Bell Stakes, and Bella Queen had a stumble at the start on the outside. Confirmed Star broke alertly, and Mystic Lake zips up to the early
I
lead.
think Mystic Lake is gone.
She's
If
being
Mystic
chased
Lake
by
gets an easy
Carmelina,
lead
Factor
here.
Bella the Gray. Then it's Volleyball Princess. She's into
Well,
third
Oldy,
on
we
the
talked
inside.
about
Confirmed Star
they
takes back
had
into
2
fifth,
races
and
to go
Beach
to.
Days at the back.
Yep.
Bella Queen
And you
7
got
in a
6
line,
to.
and by herself
Wow,
on the lead.
the late
Mystic
money
Lake
went on the
able to control the
7
pace
there.
as they
That's
head down the
crazy.
backstretch. Mystic Lake,
You got 6
Carmelina,
to
Volleyball
5
Princess.
on
She's advancing
Mystic
into
Lake.
third. That's a big gap back to Factor Bella, Confirmed Star, Beach Days, and Bella Queen. Those 2 are at the back, 21 and 4. They go into the far turn, and that lead is dwindling. Mystic Lake has some company coming. Carmelina, Volleyball Princess. They have their sights set on her as they go around the far turn. And leading the way, Mystic Lake. Carmelina, she's in second. Volleyball Princess. That's
Mystic
Factor
Lake
Bella.
being
Big
ridden
gap
very
back.
hard
The
right now,
Confirmed
though.
Star.
I'm
Making
not
up a bit
Mystic
of
Lake.
ground.
I'm
Bella
sorry,
Queen. She has her
Carmelina.
work to do, and
Yeah.
at the back now is Beach Days, and Mystic Lake has shaken them off so far. The half 44 flat. Volleyball Princess swings to the outside, trying to make things interesting. And Mystic Lake, she's led throughout. Volleyball
wide,
Princess
getting
continues the
tired.
game.
This
Carmelina
is going
running
to
a
win
big
a
race
race.
to the outside. Mystic Lake, that lead
6, I
is
mean.
dwindling.
6.
There's 16th left.
I don't
Volleyball
know,
Princess
David.
keeps on coming. Bella Queen's on the scene.
Come
winning.
on.
It's not.
Mystic Lake, she's
There we
going to
go.
go gate to
We
wire.
got
There you go.
in the
6 to
Liberty
5
Bell
there.
Stakes.
That's
That's
another
6 to
top
5.
pick.
Princess,
Yep.
a final time, 1:14 and 4.
Yeah, the 7 got tired late and chasing that fast pace. Impressive performance.
Impressive.
Whoa. The Mystic Lake, David, was also where else was Mystic Lake? Was it Churchill, Oldie? Or Doug
No, it was
entered?
Gulfstream.
Oh yeah,
later
that's right.
today,
It was at Gulfstream. And they showed up at Park, so it definitely made a lot of sense.
Right, and had a race over the track last year against Torpedo Anna in the Cotillion. This is a much easier spot, and this horse obviously prefers to sprint rather than going 2 turns. 8.5 furlongs.
So the big A's, I'm assuming maybe they'll just keep taking pick 6 money. I'm not sure what's happening.
They will.
It's gonna be a bit oldie, so
Yeah.
I don't know. We could go to maybe Laurel again.
Yeah, we got Laurel coming up again. Got a stakes
Do we
race
want
here.
anything else on pick 6, or are we good at the big A?
I mean, we can talk through that last race that we were rushing through if we want on the picks.
You bet. And David and Scotty in pick 6, you if you singled in any race, you'd single there in the last.
Yeah, I do. I think the 1 horse is going to go gate to wire. This is a huge drop in class from the last time. Every metric goes up, and the horse is going to have an easy lead from the inside post. I think it's going to be very tough to catch the 1. The 4 is very interesting because it broke from the 12 hole last time out. So I think we should give it some love, but I just don't think it compares to the 1. But it would be the other horse. I like the EquinEdge top 2 picks.
Yeah, and as far as just one more, it's the drop down. I mean, they come out of the same race, Saratoga Snow, and just one more. And I think that I like that outside stalking post we got a couple scratches, so the outside post is not as much of a factor. Yeah, so yeah, to me, I think Scotty's on the right. I would either go either the 1 or the 13, but because I have a budget on my ticket, I was forced to single the 13. So, and I think it's very, very difficult, and I don't have a lot of faith in my ticket because some of these races could just the board could blow up like it has the last 2 days. These like long shots that didn't look good on paper, or maybe improving 2-year-olds that just burst into form with some improvement.
Guys, how far in front? Look at the 5's the favorite, guys. I think people are struggling.
They flip back to race 6.
They're
loading.
You cannot discount the 8 and the 11 here. How far in front is the 11 going to be at the first call, you guys? I'm gonna guess 3 lengths.
Yeah, it's about 2 lengths is what the race sim says.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem is the outside post. That concerns me a little bit because couldn't get the lead last time from an outside post, but on the turf course and the fractions are a lot faster.
Yeah.
So,
no, that won't be I really don't think that'll be the case here, David. No, this horse is going to have a nice lead, I think.
Yeah.
It could be very tough to catch.
Yeah. That's my
and also there's so many scratches where there's 4 or 5 scratches inside.
So it's not as much.
4 scratches. Sorry.
Right. And then he had the 12 post last time out in a competitive turf race and just couldn't get to the lead. There was too much speed in there for him.
Frisbee is the leader.
Good luck, everybody.
Dark Vector is a challenging second. Just behind them comes Diabolico. Back there in 4th is Messi the Magician. Watching from 5th, Captain Jackson.
Well, that 5 went, you guys.
At the back, Glare.
It was hard ridden though to get to that spot.
Rerunning center of the racetrack. The rail is open for Dark Vector, who works on through. And Dark Vector, Ricardo Santana Jr., they've now pushed to the front. They're up by a head. Flying Frisbee comes right back towards the outside. Diabolico, Ruben Silvera, they're in 3rd, trying to make up some ground as Flying Frisbee challenges this leader. Messi the Magician.
You're going to get the bomb here, and the 7's going to win.
He's trying to get out of touch as they top of the stretch, 22.76 for the opening quarter mile. 4 across the racetrack here. Dark Vector to the inside.
2.
Okay. This is the
Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow.
The tail of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Diabolico, but Captain
much the best.
Yep, the captain.
Captain Jack Sparrow. Much the best winner. Flavian Pratt breaks up another one. Captain Jack Sparrow dominates. Diabolico finished second.
2-1, first leg of the pick.
Claire. 1 minute 10, second flat.
Got a contentious pace, and that was a much easier win than anticipated off the maiden breaker.
Alfredo. Alfredo is on the Baeza train with you, Oldie.
Yeah, I've been not on the Baeza train in the past, but I really think you could look at a straight pick 3 there at Parx from race 12 to race 14. We talked about that on the preview show. I mean,
yeah, you could play it very narrow.
Late pick 5 at Gulfstream. Is that we want to look at that? Do we want to look at race 7, which is the Harrod's Creek Stakes at Churchill?
Yeah, let's look at the stakes race. Why not?
And this is Smoked Wiccan, and so Justin and I thought this might be a 2-horse race.
Well, I had the 5 on top though, but I mean, that's what it looked like to me.
And
go ahead, David. I
had the 3 on top here as a single, but with the scratch. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I get the right. I have my notes here. Let me just turn the page.
There's 5 or 3, right?
Oh, yeah, with the scratch of the 6, you're not getting the price that I thought. And I just think off that, the cutback now, and had trouble that last race at Ellis, and I mean, had some, ran some nice races at Gulfstream. Broke his maiden at 7 furlongs and beat Pitkin, and then went into the Florida Derby, which was totally overmatched. This horse is not a distance horse, and also didn't embarrass himself going 2 turns with the second place finish in an optional $75,000 claimer. Second over layoff, cuts back. I think this horse is really solid. You're getting 6 to 5, but that would be a single for me.
All right.
Guys, I think are you guys surprised that the 3-horse Jimmy's Dailies is 6-5 right now? Like, what has this horse done besides break its maiden 4-back? And what has it really done since then? It faced 5 other horses last time out off the layoff. This horse is getting overbet to me. You're getting 8-5 right now on Smokin' Wicked, which is, those are fair odds. I'll tell you, I don't think we really know how good the 2-horse is yet. It's only raced 3 times, and it might just be coming around now. And this horse is going to have the lead. I wouldn't be surprised if this horse actually went gate to wire. But the 5 gets a really good tactical trip, most likely in second place or in second position behind the 2. You guys, I think it's going to be 5-2. I think the 3 is getting overbet.
Yeah, I disagree. I just think the 3 was very highly regarded, and I just think on the cutback now, you forget there's been a layoff, so you can give that horse an excuse. But off a layoff, that was a good effort in that Ellis Park race, and managed to get second even with being steady. So I think this horse is a solid play. Like I said, it's a single for me.
It's a single.
Yes.
Well, one of us is really.
Well, I'll say this, guys. So what I see on the 3 is getting back to 1 turn. At 7 furlongs, and also the potential pace setup here for this horse. There's nobody else that I really think can rate. The one really, it was a long time ago. This horse really hasn't relaxed or been classy enough. And with an 8 furlong mile in the Ellis Park Derby being 1.5 turns and being a weird start on the in the middle of a turn at Ellis, I kind of throw that one out and just consider that a first off the layoff chance to get the horse moving again for Lynch here. Is a Vacoma. I do think it has a chance for Mr. Disney, but not that Disney, to close into this if they go as fast as they could here with Smoked Wicked, Devil for You, and Semper Primus possibly getting a pace duel. And Justin, if you have the sound to bring up there, we're getting close here, and then we'll go to Gulfstream. Will pays are pretty good at Gulfstream for me there.
So, Scotty, who do you like here in the 7th? You like Smokin' Wicked?
Yeah, but I think I just don't know about the 2. I would be worried about the 2, but I think the 5 is going to be sitting in second position. That's a really good point that Oldie makes, though, for sure. Maybe the horse just didn't want to go long, but the GSR Plus grid says the horse wants long. So if I trust that,
UW and
probably not loving that the 3-horse, but we'll see what happens. It's getting bet.
Yeah, I know the Parx smoked the field in the Amsterdam, but I thought it was a pretty weak field. So I thought, from what I heard down at Gulfstream, Jimmy's Dailies was very highly regarded by those connections and Brian Lynch. So and prefers 7 furlongs is 1.
Yeah, they're off, David.
We're off, and the 2 and the 5
though, right there,
are battling on the front end.
Second. Jimmy's Dailies comes through toward the inside and grabs 3rd. UW on the far outside 4th. And Optical is Yearly Trailer in 5th. Semper Primus leads the way down the backstretch run, stretches the lead to a length now. Smokin' Wicked backs off a bit to sit second through opening quarter in just 23 seconds flat. Oof. The pace is soft. Semper Primus opens up on the far turn, 2.5 lengths now. Smokin' Wicked, a clear second over Jimmy's Dailies. UW in 4th and Optical in 5th as they round the far turn. Semper Primus, the lead is back down to half a length or so. Smokin' Wicked, give it a nudge now. And then in behind is Jimmy's Dailies.
It's going to come right up the rail there.
Come on, 5.
Semper Primus set down for the drive. Smokin' Wicked sidles up alongside, takes charge. And it's now Smokin' Wicked in front, wandering inside. Jimmy's Dailies switches outside. Jimmy's Dailies is not out of it yet. It's trying hard. Smokin' Wicked clear by a length. Jimmy's Dailies grinding away.
Come on, get up.
Second best.
Any possible
Five.
inquiry there? Because the five's already to the inside.
Yeah.
Second optical
Well,
third.
Two favorites ran good races. Yeah.
He was clear, but the 3 ran big, and the if it wasn't for that post position, that 5 does not win. So yeah, but 5 did
All
hold
right.
on.
Gulfstream.
They Oldie, are you gonna play the pick 5 here?
We
What
can put a ticket.
are you alive to? No, I want to see what you're alive to.
I'm alive to 1, 2, 3, 6, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I thought that I actually liked the exacta in this race, the 10-3. The only part is the problem with the 10 is the post, but you gave 1,400 on the 10, and then you have lots of prices with a lot of horses.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I think the 11 is very sneaky here, coming late. You know, it has some good efforts on the synthetic. You know, and maybe here you get enough pace with the 1, 2 going fast here that pulls the 11 into here. You know, I think the 11 has a shot to be just as good as the 10 closing late here.
My big thing on the 10 Oldie is it. I mean, there's gonna be some speed up front. As long as they break, this horse should be able to get over. I mean, but it doesn't really matter. You have a ton of horses. But I like the 10-3 exacta. I think the 2 could run a good race too. But
I was just going to ask, no love for the 2, the Scotty second pick.
It'd be my 3rd pick, David.
And 23% top win percentage. The question is, the change of the surface. This horse is in really good form his last 3 races. She is just, basically just missed by a neck 3 in a row, 2 back at this level. Now is at 10. The question is synthetic. Is 0 for 1 on the Tapeta. So we'll see. But I think this horse deserves a shot here based on his current form. So I would use the 2.
Yeah. Any thoughts here, Scotty?
Yeah, you know what I love? I love when the EE morning line is calling something and then it happens. The 12-1 odds makers morning line on the 3 Strand of Gold, and we had it at 6-1, and it's 5-1 right now. It's also a price play, which is another long shot algorithm. It's got a decent win percentage in a wide open race. You know, when the top win percentage is 23% in the 2 horse, that's not exactly endorsing. The 1 and the 2 are going to go dueling. And usually, unless you're lone speed and you've got some good metrics behind you, you don't usually go gate to wire going 2 turns here on the synthetic. I think the 3 gets a really nice trip and finishes. I'll take the 5-1 for sure.
And the other horse I wanted to point out, and Justin, I know this is your track. At times, Sal's Dream Girl pops up with a big race as a closer. I mean, 5 for 15 on the Tapeta. Off the claim for Jennifer Young. This horse wouldn't surprise me if it runs a better race from that outside post.
I mean, but I'm not sure that horse can win, but in the try, 100%, right? I mean, it's a massive price. I actually appreciate you just mentioned that, guy.
All right, and I'll say as well, I use the 9 Sunroof. If it were to get back to that Safi form, which, different trainer, so probably not, but at that price, it was worth a shot. Does have a win at this level, essentially at this distance, at that 10K claimer level.
For sure. I noticed that horse as well, Oldie. The problem with that, I like that horse more for the exotics, but that horse could get up in the 3rd spot, 3rd race off the layoff. But you can see it breaks almost last in every single race.
Yep.
But it's been outrunning its odds. And it went off at 29-1 last time out, and today it's 12-1 on the EE morning line. It does have 4 wins in 15 races, so I think the 9's going to run a good race. I just don't trust it to win, but maybe if you have a key horse
The horses are
maybe put that horse like in the third
It's
spot.
now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 7, where we start the elite pick 5. Bob in the 16th on the all-weather Tapeta track.
And I'll just tell you, this is how I'm feeling right now.
Nervous?
Yes.
First time.
No, I've been
Sunroof is the next one to go in.
Oldy, the one thing I would say, and Scotty, you're probably you're a lot closer. It's been raining so much, Scotty, at Gulfstream. They keep coming off the turf. And Oldy, you did just get rain a little bit ago, so you never know what happens on the Tapeta.
Yep.
So what all do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 6, and then
Compass
8
Rises
through
and
12.
Sal's Dream Girl.
Yeah,
the
I
last two out of
only
line.
don't have the 5 and the 8.
Got it. Good
I'm
luck.
sorry, 5 and the 8.
Sal's
Is
Dream
that right?
Girl
No.
will take the outside gate.
So
only
expect the
4,
one.
5, 8.
Expect the 1
I
and 2.
have the 8. I have the 8.
Oh, okay. Just no 4, 5.
And they're off. Good start from between horses.
Yeah,
for
I have the
always Adriana. She's
4
headed
and-
off for the early advantage,
and
taken on
5.
at the rail by I Love
really
Venezuela.
like how close
These
the
two
3
kick
is
on.
to
They've
this
opened
place.
2 on Diamonds
The 1
for
and
Lily,
2
who comes away
dueling
racing in
are
third.
on the leader is
Up
not
to
a
the far
surprise.
outside, Sal's Dream Girls,
But the
gray.
3
She
being
gets
only
over to
3 or
race
4
in the
lengths
3
behind
path
is
with
a bit
Strand
of a
of Gold
surprise.
rolling
So
down the rail.
I like that.
Then it's Mia More 3 wide. Worldly Beauties between horses. She fled the scenes along the rail. A length and a half to Cosi, who spots the leader about 7 lengths, while third last. Second last is the
Sal's
Sunroof,
Dream
and the
Girl
trailer is
broke
Compass
pretty well,
Rises.
guys.
Opening quarter
It's
strong,
well.
23-1. I Love Venezuela makes her intentions known. She's on top a length and a half. Always Adriana's in a flanking position, second, 2.5 back
That's
to Sal's
really
Dream Girl.
fast for the
Racing together
synthetic.
with
That-
Diamonds for Lily, who's along the inside. Way out in the center is Mia More. That's not making Worldly Beauty happy as she's trying to hold her spot. Half mile was 48 seconds flat. They pass the big board and swing to the far turn. I Love Venezuela has the lead by half a length. Worldly Beauty is 3 wide with Always Adriana in the 2 path. Far outside Mia More, then Sal's Dream Girl dropping back toward the rail. Diamonds for Lily. Trying to rally from the back, Strand of Gold, but she fled the scene. And up on the outside, a rim from Cosi. They speed around the far turn at the 5/16. I Love Venezuela in a bid to make all. She's put away Always Adriana. She stretched out Worldly Beauty, and there's not much running home from the back. Off the turn and the stretch drive, 3/4, 112-1. It's Cipriano Gil, and I Love Venezuela in the midst of a tour de force as she's took the lead early.
Sal's Dream Girl run the
Never
big
looked
race.
back. It's I Love Venezuela for
Hold on for a
Gonzalez
second.
Racing and Ronald Coy, a 7th race winner by 3 lengths. Second was Sal's Dream Girl. Compass Rises appears to win the show.
Well, they-
Over
it
Mia
just-
More
it
for
just-
142-4.
It just rained. You put rain on the Tapeta.
Put
There's
rain
a
on
boom.
Tapeta, and it's wire to wire, gate to wire.
Scott said it's rainy every day. Scott, every time I cover Gulfstream lately, they're off the turf because it keeps raining.
It does. It rains every day.
You know, I Love Venezuela now 3 for 3 at the distance. There for Ronald Coy. Did win last time out pretty convincingly. Will Pay there was
Yeah,
still
what'd you
pretty
get?
decent.
17.
1700. Yeah, I'll take that all day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. We are going to, I guess it's mandatory payout time at Parx, gentlemen.
Oh, because their meet ends, huh?
Well, no, it's also.
Oh, they're late, that late pick 5. It's like $250,000 carryover, I believe. Mandatory payout.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just mandatory because of the big day. That's by far the biggest.
Oh, I got you.
And I thought Good Cheer was the single if you're going to spread here and spread this amount. I think you can go narrower in the in race 12. I thought Barnes, my old friend Barnes here, Scotty, who I know you don't like, with that this field is not great. I thought you could single Barnes here as well.
Huge class edge.
So that would be.
It is, but the 10-horse Neoquist is going very well right now, and because Barnes is so, to me, inconsistent, Just something about this horse is just hard to trust. Obviously ran third in the Allen Jerkins, of course. I give it all the credit. There's just something, when you have one of those horses you just don't trust. That's me with Barnes.
And that's me with the 10, the Equus. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what you see in this horse, because the only time this horse has won is on a sloppy track, and then at Monmouth in a weak stakes race, beat Donut God. But Barnes to me is just it towers over this field. I mean, I couldn't even see an alternative, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I do, I'm not sold on Good Cheer, to be honest with you. Of those
I
last
think
two.
that race sets up so well for Good Cheer.
Yeah. I know there's I realize there's a lot of speed in the race, but the horse I like is Brendan Walsh's horse, Clickot, off the layoff. This horse has had won 3 in a row, 2 turns over Churchill Downs. I like the freshening, and I think she can rate off the pace, and it's kind of a new face against these. So I think the 3 is going to run a very good race here. That's a horse I'm interested in. 3 for 4 lifetime, for 2 for 2 at the distance. Parx is the great equalizer. Like I said, quirky track. If she takes the Parx, I think she's going to run very well.
And Justin, I know you like 24/7 Mamba in the last. I liked Full Moon Madness. I think you have to spread in that last leg.
Yes. Yeah. For that, I agree on the last leg.
So I'd be something like that for a mandatory payout.
Hold on a second, gentlemen. No love in the last race, in the last leg for my buddy Butchie Reed on Maximus Meridius.
That horse, I'd be 3, 4, 5, 8, 9.
I'm using Maximum Meridius though.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's a tough race, David. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm gonna play this sequence, Oldie. I just trying to finish my ticket.
Has won 4 races over the racetrack. Third off a layoff, comes out of $100,000 claimer at Saratoga, which would 24 Mamba comes out of a 50 claimer, and I'd have to look at the SOR, but I know it's higher. Nice breeze, 47 breezing, a nice bullet workout, September 6th, 58 and 4. This horse is sitting on a huge race, this 5 Maximus Meridius, in my humble opinion.
I think that last race has all the air marks of a race that's going to melt.
Okay.
As well, but I'm gonna take a shot there at spreading and just leave out the 8, 6, 8, and 7, 6, 7, and 8. No, actually, I like the 8 Caramel Chip. I gotta add Caramel Chip there, Justin. That was my top choice.
That would have been bad, Oldie.
Yeah.
Caramel Chip's going to be tough here. It says 1 over the track too.
And that's up so well there for Caramel Chip.
I had the 3 on top in the 15th, but I do think that's a tough race.
And Damon's Mound is, I think you have to include that horse. But the thing is that I'm worried about, this horse may not be the same race horse, but did run in the Vanderbilt against Bookham Dano and Milken, but I don't know what happened in his last, when it was favored, and took the lead and kind of packed it in late. So maybe not the same horse anymore.
All right, so that would be the ticket for me. I'm going to see if I can share this out to the group in time. We'll see if it lets me. For anybody who wants to share, that will be in the WhatsApp chat. Let's just see if I get it's too close to post time to share message here.
Oh yeah, Twins. Don't you have to do it only like 5 minutes before?
No, so they changed it recently.
Oh, did they?
Yes. So some of them you can do it all the way up to the post time.
Oh,
Gulfstream, I think, is one of them.
I didn't know that. Huh. David, I hear in Scotty at Parx, I thought that can't Nelson Avenue just go gate to wire?
He could, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I would only be two. I'm only going to use the 1 and the 7 in the first leg. All right. Okay.
I think the 4 is being overbet. I mean, that horse has burnt a ton of money. Justin, did you like the 3 yesterday, Duke of Gloucester?
I'm looking. No. Why?
No, he didn't.
I thought
He
for
like
some reason you did.
he liked Duke of Gloucester, but not Duke of Gloucester.
Okay. I did leave out in my pronunciation there'd be an H there. So
The only reason I knew that, I used to live when I was living in Clifton Park, just south of Saratoga Springs, where I looked at a house on Gloucester, and then the realtor said, "Oh, don't say that. The owner will get offended. It's Gloucester. It's from England." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So Gloucester. Yes. So it's Gloucester." I used to live at 60 Gloucester.
Are you guys giving the 7-horse Far Mo Power a chance?
It's my second pick. I only used the 1 and the 7 in the first leg here.
I mean, it just seems like this horse gets. It seems like this horse gets the setup and clearly has the home field advantage. 10 wins in 27 races, and Paco's aboard.
Paco.
Yeah.
Oh, my best bet here at Parx is the 8 here at Coastal Mission off the layoff. Great workout on September 9th at Charlestown. Evidently, they sent this horse down to Charlestown to run in that stakes race, and I think something went wrong. But this horse is 1 for 1 over the track, gets a good setup, and I would be on Coastal Mission here.
And Scotty, I don't know if you saw the message from Coach Z there about the Keeneland meat deal, but we have a minute here. We should probably talk about that as well.
Oh yeah, thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're doing a Keeneland special. It comes out to 47 cents a day for 17 days of the Keeneland meat, you guys. And the reason we're doing it is because we really want to be able to reach more people that can't necessarily afford more, as well as people that haven't taken the chance or the time to take a chance on trying EquinEdge. So we decided, hey, let's do something that we could maybe spark some interest and more people and help build the community. So also we're getting a lot of love from Keeneland. They're gonna as Oldy, me and Oldy are working with Jim Goodman, who's going to come on the show as well. And so one of the best guys you ever want to meet.
Absolutely.
We're lucky and the industry's lucky to have a guy like Jim in such a prominent position. So
Any live broadcasts from there planned, you guys?
We had talked about doing it, but everybody's got a lot going on right now, so it probably won't happen.
Okay.
To join him, it's a scramble. Everyone wants a piece. Dilger's forwardly placed. Farmo Power excuses himself from that pace duel, and it's Dilger. He emerges with the lead, but he does not have it uncontested.
Nope.
To the outside, concealed carry. Nelson Avenue skims the rail. He's in third. Then on the outside, the gray Coastal Mission, Farmo Power. He's in fifth. Then it's silent mode. To the inside, Deposition, Duke of Gloucester. Well at the back, Catalytic, he can see them all. They continue on down the backstretch, and Dilger.
Catalytic running like a Sano horse right now.
Continues to press through an opening quarter, 23-3, and Dilger's doing it
exactly.
Well so far. Dilger concealed.
Hopefully, people are going to tell their friends. It's been good so far. A lot of signups for it. Of course, the meet starts October 3rd.
Silent mode, Duke of Gloucester, well at the back, Catalytic.
Even money on the 1 horse. I'm really surprised. Gate's struggling already. Coastal Mission.
Continuing to chase, concealed carry, losing a bit of ground. Nelson Avenue's in third, then it's Coastal Mission.
Maybe he is okay. 6 is done for sure.
Beginning to advance, he's gotten the cue, and
Can the
Dilger
one
has been confidently handled as they go through the
Maybe
turn.
I think so.
Dilger concealed carry continues to chase Gameway. Coastal Mission on the outside.
No.
Nelson Avenue,
No.
Farmo Power continues to advance, making up some ground. They go through the far
Irad's
turn.
going to win
Top
this,
the
isn't he?
stretch. Dilger says, "Come and catch me." money on the outside. Coastal Mission trying to do just
He's
that.
so good, you guys.
Coastal Mission trying to reel in Dilger. Nelson Avenue looks for a seam in between horses. He's running a big race as
Come
well.
on, one time for
Dilger
Justin.
trying to
One
fend him
time.
off on the outside.
One time.
Nelson Avenue gaining with the 16th left. Nelson Avenue has found his stride.
Come on,
Dilger
get up.
fights on.
Get up.
Wow.
Scotty, I was getting a little worried there. I was like, whoa, whoa,
There you
whoa.
go.
There you go. Nice, Justin.
Nice going, Justin.
Nice. Way to go.
Well, you in Oldy, you had the 1-2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Did they
I
bet that
was-
horse down to even money?
Yes. So
Well,
David, yes, they sure did.
or
Goldie,
as
we got BAQ in a few minutes here. It looks like they're not at the gate. Couple of minutes. What did you guys cover in the pick six? I'll tell you what I covered. I actually covered 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I covered all.
Yeah. I'm on the 1, 2, 3.
All right. I am 1, 7, 8, 12 here.
Yeah, I ended up covering. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing the 5, 6, but I just put it in evidently. So I've used. I did an all in here.
Scotty, every time I do an all in a wide open race or a race that projected to be wide open, you know what happens?
Yep, every time the
Every
favorite
time.
wins.
Every
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yep.
That's why I stopped wheeling.
When you see a lukewarm favorite like the 12 horse at 5-2, it's usually those middle horses that win. A horse like the 9 horse there at 7-1. A horse like the 3 horse, Funny Joke, who probably is my top pick in here. All these middle horses, they seem to do very, very well. That's where I would be looking if I was trying to make a bet.
All right. Let's see here. So if you're looking at the pick 5 here, I'd be single to the 2. David, you're just 310 here in race 9. Would you single the 3 here? Maybe if you didn't like Mayday Ready in the next.
In which race?
So race 9, you thought the 3 might be another potential single, correct?
Oh no, yeah, I won't single 7. I will never single a horse breaking its maiden and coming back against winners first time. I'm 310. I couldn't single there. I would single Mayday Ready, but I did use the 4 first time turf as I guess you'd call a saver type of use. I think the horse will run okay.
There was a late scratch of the 11 horse over at BAQ. So if the favorite does win, it looks like it will either be the 12 or the 8. Then you'll get it twice.
I just noticed a question. There's no Parx challenge on ExpressBet this year?
No.
Yeah, I remember the last couple of years they have had one.
You know, there is a Canterbury tournament today, you guys. They're giving away 2 NHC seats.
Yeah, my knowledge of Canterbury is so limited. I feel like sometimes that makes your handicap harder, right? And of course, you don't know, so you really put the work in. But it's today. Yep. $500 entry fee.
So they're going right back into the. I might end up playing that, by the way. They're going right back into the gate here at BAQ, Belmont at the Big A, while they're building the new Belmont. What have you heard about it, David? Is it looking good?
You know, I passed it in June, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, and they're making progress. But supposedly there's some construction delays like normal. So next year, the Belmont will be at Saratoga again. They're hoping to open in the fall of 2026, but that might not be possible. It might be more like the spring. But they got the Breeders' Cup, in 27 or 28? I forgot. I think it's 27. They're locked into the Breeders' Cup. So that building will be fully done by November of 27. Hopefully it'll be October of 27 because I was there for a Breeders' Cup and I froze my ass off in November.
And Scotty, we should start planning for 26 though, because 26 Breeders' Cup is at Keeneland.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be huge. Guys, this 1 horse is scary. 15% to win, top pace number, and 7-1 on the E morning line. This horse is 27-1 right now.
I'm in, Scotty.
I'm
That's
with
crazy.
you. I used it. Now the trainer is 0 for the claim though. Second off a claim. Justin, we have sound here.
He doesn't claim a lot.
And they're up.
Yeah, there we go.
Right to the front for some reason. Flashes early speed in the green cap for some reason. Has company now from the far outside. Dots dollars in that early mix. Dad's good runner. And in between horses, that's Brew Pub. That's the leading 4. And just behind them, shoved along by Ruben Silvera, is Funny Joke. He's got royal position in 5th. It's 2.5, almost 3. In front of Sin Nombre, who's a well-placed 6th now, is comfortable enough with 2 towards the outside. It's Prince of Joy, is right there with Concord Spirit. Towards the back end of the field, there comes the gray, Quiet Wisdom, with the lone trailer far back. Beach Walkers already got to be about 10 off the lead. 22-4 for the opening quarter mile for some reason, with company towards the outside from Dad's good runner. Dots Dollar gets a nice journey, no excuses. Is 3 wide, just ranging up. Brew Pub starts to make up some ground, as right in behind them is a well-placed 4th, and here comes the run from Brew Pub as Dots Dollar is just moving nicely here for Manny Franco, and now gets encouraged to move forward, is not running away from the field yet, though. Dots Dollar, Dad's good runner, is stubborn down towards the inside, and Brew Pub just makes up that ground. Here comes Brew Pub. Center of the racetrack is trying to push on by. Brew Pub has now taken the lead. Back to second, Dots Dollar. Battling on still, Dad's good runner. Inside the final 16th, though, it'll be Brew Pub. Santana Jr. gets another one. Brew Pub wins it. Then came a rally on late from Concord Spirit. Also from 4 out of it was quite
Well, the 8 horse wins the race. Brew Pub, who was 17% to win, top win. That was the top win percentage in the race, the highest, and the EE second pick. And that is only, guys, get this, the 5th win in 60 lifetime races for the 7-year-old gelding. But that's just goes to show you how weak this particular field was.
And was 0 for 8 at the distance with only 3 in the money finishes.
Yeah. That's why I was a little reluctant to use.
Yeah.
All right. We have Laurel race 9 coming up. It's a maiden special weight on the turf, or we could go to the stakes race at Churchill. The Seneca Overnight Stakes with Immersive.
Let's go to Laurel. Let's go to Laurel because we can watch that one.
All right. Laurel Park, they're going in the gate, so let's pull that up right now.
Unfortunately, race number 9, you can see my best bet of the day, Samantha's best bet of the day. It's the 2
Richard
D.
Feynman,
Race number 10.
and Lunar Lightning.
Sounds like I got the sound.
they're already
Gulfstream. Gulfstream. Yeah.
Comes Monterey up on the inside, improving a spot or so to that turn run. High Bauer is next, and
So
Summers
the 3
in the
horses,
back.
3 to 5
Into the third,
guys.
and it is Lunar Lightning setting the tempo.
Top
Lunar
win,
Lightning from
top
Juris
EE
Doctor
pick, lowest
leads the
EE
lane.
morning line at even
Monterey
money,
tucked in on the
and the
inside
top
in 3rd
pace.
position. Richard Feynman is in 4th. Another
And
2.
the horse is sitting in
McRaven,
2nd, but
5
looks
lengths
very
from
comfortable.
The pace, and back to the higher bar, and trailing the field is Sever.
Michael
8 or 9
Stidham horse.
from the front. Easy clip up front for Lunar Lightning.
Hypnotic
The
Dolphin
opening quarter,
homebred.
25 seconds. So Lunar Lightning from 2nd. Juris Doctor. Richard Feynman's on the outside of Monterey. Still got that rail.
Crawling.
Another 2 back, and it's McRaven with the speed in sight. Another 2 lengths back.
And the 1 is the
Sever second
EquinEdge
to
second
last
pick.
at
The
higher
4
bar on the
seems to have a
inside.
lot of horse
Heading
as
off in the
well
far turn, Lunar
as
Lightning
the 2,
from
the
Juris
EquinEdge long
Doctor has
shot,
got every
Monterey.
chance to get by.
32-1 on that
Richard
too.
Feynman's called on for a little more run. Monterey still down inside, ridden for more as well. Around the far turn, McRaven still in an even clip. Back to Sahar Bar and
Horse
Sever
burns
is
some money,
trailing the
though.
field. Juris
Has
Doctor
been
Richard
heavily
Feynman, they
bet.
quicken up on Lunar Lightning, so make 3 across
And
the
never
course as they
seemed
make
to
the
win.
turn for home.
But
And
he's
behind them
in
is
contention
Monterey
here for
racing in
sure
4th.
with the 3 in
McRaven is
between.
next on the far outside the green cap.
Might have
They're
moved
into
too
the stretch,
soon.
open affair. Juris Doctor shifting a little bit, but just a narrow lead.
Reed's
McRaven
gotta
on the
change
outside,
leads
trying to quicken up
and
on the
get hit
inside
left
is
Gonna
angle.
win
Lunar
this
Lightning.
thing.
Comes the 6
And then it's
is
Monterey
super
battling
green.
well too. 16th left to go. McRaven in front, and Victor Carrasco with 2 today. McRaven
Lugging
does it
in.
at 8-1. McRaven,
All over the
Juris
place,
Doctor.
but
Then it
gets
was
the win,
Monterey and
6-3.
Lunar Lightning.
Is your order of finish? That's the first time starter, McRaven. And
So that's McRaven and not McLovin, right?
That's
We'll
right.
get that reference.
Yep.
All right, at Churchill, we have the Seneca Overnight. Justin and I both thought this race went through immersive, and we did not think this was a very good field.
What's
Any
the?
dissenting
I mean,
opinions there?
2 to 5 will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And failed
It is
last
post
two
time.
as prohibitive favorite.
They're.
You're not beating the one. The 6 horse might get in the money, you guys. That horse is pretty consistent. It's not classy enough, but it could get in the money at a price.
So what about like a 1? What did we hit? We thought, Justin, I think you liked an upset in here. I think you liked the 4 ragtime to upset
What
Echo
race?
Sound here.
What?
In
Yeah.
race 9. I'm looking for a double here.
I was on race 9 at Churchill. We're on. Oh yeah, race 9. I was 1-4.
1-4 is paying 4 to 1. You're getting 6 to 1 on the 1-1, which
What's
seems
the
like,
to Echo Sound?
yeah. I mean, I think that's worth a shot.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Even if you get like 3 to 1, I think that's still pretty decent.
Gentlemen, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
They're in the gate, and they're off. Liam in the Dust and Immersive both break out okay. Quick kick
Do
from the
not
out.
know why they're putting Immersive on the lead again.
Ivory and Ebony comes through toward the inside, and Flashware will settle in at the back of the pack. Immersive takes it to him right off the mark, and she goes
Brad
out.
Cox is smarter than me.
It goes off the rail, opens up, length and a half now. Liam in the Dust.
He just needs to be able to give the horse a breather in the second quarter, and he'll be all right.
That one to be third. 5 lengths back to Quick Kick, and Flashware is the trailer.
Really slowing down the second call.
Favorite gets an opening quarter mile in 24 seconds flat. Heads past the big
Ends
board.
up getting off at 3 to 5 Immersive, the 1 horse.
The Dust and Ivory and Ebony.
You're going to see 48 and 4 probably in the second call.
And now it's even more.
Really slowed it down and got a breather.
Back to Quick Kick and Flashware.
So 48 and actually 48 and 1 actually. So
still the leader.
still pretty fast.
No future yet. Liam in the Dust and Ivory and Ebony both coming with bids now. Ivory and Ebony is trying to come through toward the inside. There is an opening there. And Jose Ortiz punches her on through. And they put a nose in front. Immersive has to move with Ivory and Ebony. She's doing it so far. These two shoulder to shoulder. Liam in the Dust is third. They roll off the turn. Ivory and Ebony floats Immersive out into the center of the track. But Immersive is now roused back to the lead. Immersive in front for long to go. Ivory and Ebony is proving
What
it.
a horse race. 1 and 3 dueling.
Backing down.
Favorites on the outside, 3 to 5, and going to win the race.
And
A
it
little bit of
will
bumping
be
between the 1 and
Immersive.
3.
A 2-length winner in the
Good
end.
horse race there,
Ivory
guys.
and Ebony made a race of
1-3-7.
it, but settles for second.
Ended up getting 7 to 1 on the double into Echo Sound in the next.
Not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
We've got Gulfstream Park coming up in a minute from now.
Very gutty
You
victory
guys
from
want to go there?
Immersive. She gets confronted by Ivory and Ebony
David,
through
this-
the turn, and they go
Oh,
short.
David's gone. I was gonna tell David. They took it off the. Yeah, they took it off the turf, right, Oldie? This was originally a stakes race, Scotty, on the turf, and then they took it off.
Yeah.
This race, it was the most confusing race to me on the card, honestly. Like when they took it off the turf, I never really liked Cruisin' Man, Oldie, and then they took it off, and I'm like, well, now this horse is going to be a lone speed on the Tapita, so like totally changed my opinion of the race, and like it looks like Cruisin' Man could just be gone. I think it's at this level, I don't know. I thought that the 3-2 could run a good race, but that horse looked like it can be speed too. So
You know what I noticed with this, guys, is that the win percentage algorithm always loves this one horse. Always.
I know. Yes. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I mean, and he barely won last time out at 55%. I don't know. You'll see that sometimes. Now 64% to win. I mean, that is a big pace advantage. And 5 furlongs, these are tight turns, and they come up. It comes fast. I mean, they're going to be all flying. Look at the race simulator. Like, they're all flying in the end. I mean, can the horse hold on?
In any horizontal, I would be spread. Just like I just can't do it. Like, but I don't. I mean, the horse. I thought it would stop. Was, I guess, what I thought might happen. But to me, it's that situation, and you're either going to use it or not, or single or not. Like, and if you're not, you're spreading, in my opinion.
Yeah.
How about a 1-9 exacta here?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I thought that the 3 and 9 could be exacta horses, Oldy, for me. But
what about the 8 horse, you guys? I mean, look at the GSR going up on the synthetic.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and it has some good synthetic races. That
is a big GSR, and it got second at the same distance early in the year in March. So, and it's the top EquinEdge pick.
And
certainly interesting.
Iman was my top pick on the turf, but I do not like the 5. Who is still getting hammered here on the synthetic.
I can't believe that horse is only 2%. Like, I don't know what it is, why the system doesn't like that horse. It's very strange.
I mean, 58%, 58 GSR. It's dropping.
It's all for 4 on the Tapeta, Scotty.
Yeah,
I'm
just surprised at 2% though. You gotta. It's always nerve-wracking for me when we're 2% and the horse is 9-5.
Right.
You don't see that very often, luckily. But yeah, if that 5 horse wins, I'm gonna get some private messages, I'm sure.
Willie, it's because they're off the turf. They were on the stakes race was supposed to be on the turf, and then they had to flip it over. And then there was, I believe there was also other speed before. So then
develops here.
That completely
one that will
changed the
definitely be
dynamic
part of the
of
pace.
race.
I'll take the 3 at 4-1.
Draw. Brew Caminos might have something to say about that.
Pick 4. I
used the 72
I used the whole
choice.
field.
Yeah,
like I just do
Bob
not
Humphrey
trust
sprint
this race.
over the all-weather Tapeta track. They're
The
moving
3's
in.
inconsistent, but on his best day and is 1 on a Tapeta.
Draw on the outside. Asher's Edge
3
will
was my
complete
top
the
pick.
line.
I was 3-1, but I was
Asher's
spread.
Edge up and ready for action. Racing in the Humphrey.
One needed to get a
Eamon
flyer
was
out
off
of the
last.
gate, I
Cruising
think.
Man off
He
a
didn't.
step slow, but Cruising Man rushes forward to take the lead. From the far outside, Asher's Edge is going to join him, and these two race on. They've gone 2 better than Win From Within, who's away in early third. Brew Caminos on his outside. Then Biz Buzz, and
That
Eamon
9
is
really
a
got
long
bet
way
down,
behind. He's better than
Guys, that
15
9's
lengths
gonna
off
be
the lead
very, very
of
tough to
Cruising
beat.
Man. Cruising Man has the lead. Asher's Edge right alongside second, 2 back. Brew Caminos is now third and asked to quicken. From the rail, that's Win From Within. Then Biz Buzz. Zayas trying to motivate Eamon, but he's a long way behind as they reach the top of the lane. 21-3 for the opening quarter, and here's Asher's Edge up to take the lead now. Brew Caminos swung to the center on the far outside. Biz Buzz, they're an 1/8 of a mile from home. Asher's Edge giving all the right answers to Edwin Gonzalez. He's a 16th out
So,
with a
Scotty,
winning
you're not gonna
lead.
be getting
Asher's
any,
Edge will win the Humphrey, and he'll win it by
on
3
the
in the
5.
end. Second to Brew Caminos. Third was Biz Buzz. Closer fourth. Win From Within.
Hey, that's
someone-
good. We beat the favorite. And Oldy, I was going to say, that is Edwin's first win of the Sunshine Meet. He was like,
Second.
oh, for
And
18.
one hot mess and Orient.
Second,
Beach
remember, I got him home earlier.
Yeah,
both in
yeah.
the centre. Tis Ready and out wider Celebrity Row. Taking the drop is Key to the Park. On the outside goes Dazzling Cruiser, and last in the early stages is Tap My Desire. Going to the front, Celebrity Row on the outside. And on the inner is Tis Ready. They're out by about 3/4 Dazzling Cruiser. And over on the inside, Orient Beach from Key to the Park. And to the tail end, Tap My Desire, and got off the rail. And One Hot Mess was keen to take the drop in behind and is absolute
All right, we got
last.
Parx race
And
9
the
coming
Kevin
up.
Attard
I'm sorry,
runners
race
bookmark
12
this field so
coming
far.
up after
Celebrity Row
this.
shows the way.
And
Out by a
then
length, going up
Aqueduct
to be
Racing.
second on the outside, Dazzling Cruiser. Tis Ready is third, and in the centre is Key to the Park and is under a hole. The outside, Tap My Desire going forward. Next to last, Orient Beach, and One Hot Mess is Now separated from the pack is 3.5 or 4 lengths away, Absolute Last. Showing the way, Celebrity Row by a half a length, Dazzling Cruiser on the inside, Tis Ready. Going forward, Tap My Desire. Then came Key to the Park, Orient Beach, and One Hop Mess started to get involved again, but still yet to tack on. They race inside the 3/8 and showing the way, Celebrity Row. In second, Dazzling Cruiser from on the inside, Tis Ready from Key to the Park. And trying to get involved is One Hop Mess from Absolute Last, trying to come through the pack. But the leader is Celebrity Row, and Celebrity Row in front of Tis Ready. Over on the outside, kicking on is still Dazzling Cruiser. One Hop Mess trying to get a wriggle on, but Celebrity Row's out in front. Celebrity Row by about 2.5 lengths to Tis Ready, and One Hop Mess finishing on. And Celebrity Row going on to the win. Celebrity Row wins by 1.5 lengths, One Hop Mess and Tis Ready. And then came Orient Beach, Dazzling Cruiser.
Celebrity Row getting the win.
Time for the race is 1:37.61.
That horse at Pryor at 8 furlongs only earned $3,300 in 3 tries.
Yeah.
So that was a big effort.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And, I did not really like much in here. I took a shot on the long shot here as my long shot of the day, but I thought in the next, though, you could get an upset with Paramount Prince being lone pace and being very good as a horse on the lead in those type of scenarios. So just one to think about if you're going to be playing Woodbine as a possible upsetter to Dresden Road there.
That's in the ninth, Scotty. Scotty, I'm all right. Aldi in the ninth.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you, Jerry. Same to you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Paramount Prince is the Cassie horse that I think could upset the 6-5 favorite Dresden Row there.
Right. This seems logical. Yeah.
All right. So Parx race 12, we're 6 minutes. Here we've talked a little bit through this race. This is Barnes currently sitting at 1-9.
We talked about this race, and I ended up putting this horse on top, right? And we talked about it a little bit earlier, but in my pick 5 that I spread in this race, so I'll let others talk if they love Barnes. I mean, the horse should win, but I don't know.
I like Barnes shortening up here. I mean, ran very well at 7 furlongs in the Hal Jerkins. And 2 wins both came at 1 turn. It may just be a 1-turn horse.
Yeah.
That's my thought there. I don't like Scotty. I know you like Neo Equos, and you got to be loving getting 12-1 if you like Neo Equos there.
I don't. I'm not going to say I love it. It's more about Barnes. I don't necessarily trust Barnes, but this horse is 1-9. The 10 is going to get a very good trip from that outside post. And I'll say another thing too. This horse, early on in the year was running in, the Kentucky Derby, the Woody Stevens, and I know it didn't run good, but it's always been meant, right? And then maybe the last couple, maybe this horse is starting. It has some back class, and maybe it's starting to figure things out. That's my contention. So you're not going to get 11-1. This horse is going to go off at probably 3 or 4-1 at the end, and with the expected trip, I would, especially with the expected odds of Barnes, I would give the 10 horse a big look just based on that back class.
Well, if I was going to go with the second choice, I kind of like the 1 Retribution. Who's the long shot here?
I would love that. I used 1, 5, 6, 8, 10 in pick 5.
And we talked about the 6 Donut God too.
Yeah.
I mean, hasn't done anything wrong, needs the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just see Barnes winning by a block. I mean, I agree. I'm not a Neo Course fan. I just think that horse is was over its head in some of these races. Ran well, but the best race that he has on the card on his record is a sloppy track race. That Monmouth Stakes race was a weak field, a 4-horse field. I don't see it in the Equest at all. I just never liked that horse.
All right, well, guys, before I'm going to take a quick break here to ask everybody who's watching on the stream to hit the like. And if you are not subscribed and haven't hit the bell on the channel for the alerts, please do that. As well, we would like you to take notice of the QR code in the top right-hand corner there if you're interested in the EquinEdge promo, which is the entire Keeneland meet for $7.95. Not $7.95 a race, not $7.95 a day, but for the entire meet.
And
So
on top of that too, well said, Oldie. And on top of that, you guys, there are no recurring charges. You're paying, you pay for the Keeneland meet, and that is it. You don't have to sign up for something else. There's no auto renew. It's nothing like that whatsoever. It's just, and we really we wanted to create some energy with a lot of new people. You know, there were a lot of people, guys, too. We didn't talk about this, but there are a lot of people that signed up for EquinEdge early on. You know, like 4 or 5 years ago. And we were just beginning back then. I mean, obviously the site has come such a long way. And so, you know, as you guys know, I wanted to, we were hoping to maybe get people to come back and give it another look. And it's come a long way. But the meet starts on October 3rd and goes through the 25th. There's 17 race days. It comes out to 47 cents a day. Is what it is.
And Jeff Soto, Scotty, was on X earlier, and I think he said it will be approximately six cents per race.
Yeah, and Tony, that is October 3rd is when the meet starts. I believe it runs October 3rd through the 27th.
Yeah.
And Scotty, you just have to sign up before the meet starts, right?
Oh, you can sign up opening day, but the minute the race takes off, the first race, it's gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just like all of our track passes, we have our meet passes, right? So you can go, you can get every meet, by the way. If you go to our pricing page, we have every meet coming up. And so, and it comes out to like $3.50 a day is what it comes out to if you buy the meet pass ahead of time. So you might want to just check that out. You just have to get it before the meet.
Yeah,
you know,
and
all those
guys,
meet passes.
if I can ask one thing of, you know, our regulars in the chat, if you have horse racing chats you're in, or groups, if you want to let them know, we'd be very grateful for that. It's not something that Scotty's going to be going to the bank on because, you know, it's probably more than the actual cost, but we want to get more people to the platform, and we'd really appreciate it if you guys can do that.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
All right,
yeah,
Parx.
Thank you, Art. It is. It's guys. You know, and I know I've said this a couple of times, but what is coming? A couple of things is you're going to be able to scroll. Probably within a month, you're going to be able to scroll the Handy View past performances. It's going to be amazing. You can click on the horse you want. You know how you do it now, but you'll be able to scroll as well. And we're going to light up the saddle cloths so that you know when there's an analyst note on there. So you'll have that as well. And then trainer stats. We have 80 new trainer stats coming. I'll be shocked if the trainer stats aren't up on the site next week. And then lastly, the GSR. It's coming along great, but we're not ready to release it just yet. But it is coming along, and it is super, super good. So I think you guys will be proud.
And without giving anything away, I would also look for some new shows coming soon and possibly some new tracks coming online for live streaming as well.
Yep. A lot of really good stuff going on, and partnerships as well too. So yeah. All right, in this race, you guys, 1 to 5 on Barnes. I think, listen, I don't love the 10. It's not that. It's just, it's a good post. The horse has some back class. Right now, you're getting. What are you getting on the 10 horse right now? 6 to 1.
Yeah, 6 to 1. The only other horse really taking money.
Yeah. Right. And granted, it's a weakest field that the 10 has ever faced, right? Without considering Barnes being in here. But I think I would agree that the 1 might be the alternative here. And even a 3, I think the 3 at 80 to 1 could run well here. off that last race at Parx. That was a pretty impressive victory. Maybe this horse is finding its best stride.
Prize and Neo X.
2 wins at Parx, but no one's beating there, in my opinion.
Yeah, and guys, as well, we're going to have the Pennsylvania Derby live in about an hour and a half here as well.
Boss, it's good to see you.
The
All right,
coming up.
Oldie. Here comes Barnes.
And now they're all in. Off and racing in the Gallant Bob, a good start for this field of 10. Neo Equos with some early speed. Madhouse out to join him, and Madhouse comes up to take the lead. Fire Pit, the gray, goes with him and chasing him in between horses.
Come on, Fire Pit.
Into fourth.
Fire Pit's the bomber.
Look at Barnes in the back, guys. Look at this.
Come on, Fire Pit.
Has one beat, and that is the heavy
what is up with this horse? Whether he wins or not, look at this.
Head on with a half mile to go. 21 and 2.
Wow,
and
that's
leading the way,
fast.
Madhouse. He's under pressure from Fire Pit as they head towards the far turn.
Fire.
They're kicking clear from the field.
Come on, one.
On the inside, Madhouse, Fire Pit, and on the outside,
Donut
beginning to
got
move.
in there,
Neo
too.
Equos, he's into third. The Gateskeeper, he's in between horses. Donut
Five's
Gun,
not
he's
running.
fifth. Then it's
Correct.
Retribution. As they go
Parx
around
can
the
be
far
quirky,
turn.
maybe.
Leading
Come
the
on,
way,
Fire
Madhouse
Pit.
and Fire Pit. These two have been in tandem throughout. Barnes is getting in gear from the back, but he has so much work to do. Madhouse, Fire Pit.
Oh.
These two, nothing really separating them.
I don't have
Gateskeeper
the
on the
two
outside.
or
He's
the
making
seven.
up some ground. Retribution's found his stride. Barnes down the center of the track
Seven's
has
gone.
so much work to do, and it's Madhouse who has a 16th left. Fire Pit chases gamely on the far outside. Barnes, and it's going to be Madhouse.
They did that on purpose,
Madhouse
guys.
gets the win, an upset in the Gallant Bob Stakes.
Why?
Final
Yeah.
time.
Why would they do that on purpose?
I don't know, but you could see the way that horse was closing, and they were starting to ask.
Nah, it's a $400,000 rate. The horse is a head case. The horse is an absolute head case. I mean, there's no way it's a $400,000 race. You're not doing that. There's no way, Oldie. You're just not going to do that. Let's get to race number 8.
Aqueduct.
Lead and win.
The 2 horses 6 to
Race
5.
number
I'm really
65,
surprised.
right?
You know who's getting all this action right now is Ready for Candy, the 3. Maybe there's something there, you guys. And the 9, it's those 3 horses. One of those I would imagine is going to win. And then, of course, David thought a long shot look for Decadent, the 4 horse.
Yeah, I think Ready for Candy's taking the money because I don't think that Dettori's going to go for the lead again today. That was out of necessity last time. There was absolutely no speed in that race.
Yeah.
So he'll let the 3 take the lead. And, sometimes we've seen the horses get brave on the front end, and maybe this horse is ready for the move up in class. But, yeah, I have the sneaky suspicion that the 4 is going to run well. So I played a 2-4 exactly here.
Surprising, though, that the 2's really not taking money.
No.
I believe is your only graded stakes winner in the field.
Yeah,
At
6
least
to
on
5.
the turf.
I played the double from the last race just into the 2 and the 9. The 2 and the doubles, it's almost 12 to 1. That's crazy. Huh. The
Going
9,
into 8.
24. Yeah, I got you, Oldie.
All right.
Now down to even money. Or 1 to 1, as Oldie likes to say.
That's crazy at Parx. I was really hoping for that 50 to 1 Fire Pit. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That was my bomber. Almost that 7 just won on the lead though.
They're having a hard time getting somebody, and I hope that's not the 2. No, it looks
2's
like
sitting in the gate. Like a
2's in the gate,
3.
yeah.
3.
Now they're going to get the 3 in, and the 3 does go in. Goes the 4, 9 on the outside. 1 more left to load, it looks like. And that's the 5. Ruth, 20 to 1.
Sea to Sky.
1 more on the outside. That's the 10. Here's the Winter Memories Grade 3. We can't show it to you, but we will turn it up.
And they're off.
Good break by the 2, you guys, but not going to go to the lead.
It's Paradise City who's up by a nose. Here comes Scarlet Sands. Will apply the pressure, and Scarlet Sands will now press on Mayday Ready. Wants to go, is rushing
All of a
up.
sudden, the 2 horse rushes up. Kind of a weird ride, you guys. I don't understand that.
Mayday Ready is now sprinting.
I think pretty much did that last time, too.
Ready. all the way towards the front, but had to work to get there. It's Scarlet Sands, who's in front, is up by 2. Mayday Ready starts to settle now, is in this second position, is in front of Paradise City, who's in third. Ready for Candy is in the 4th position to stalk in the top 3. Behind them comes Griselda, who's in 5th. In 6th to the outside, Sea to Sky. The 2 trailers, Decadent with Ruth. They work up the back stretch.
So the 8-horse Scarlet Sands at 46 to 1's in the lead right now. They went 47 and 4 for the half, and the 2-horse, the big favorite, even money, Mayday Ready's in second. Seemingly with a lot of horse, but it looks like the 3 who's sitting in 4th right now on the outside has a lot of horse as well.
Long shot,
Mine's on the rail has horse, but going to have to get a trip.
Ricardo Santana Jr., they're on the move. Griselda is right in behind Paradise City. They're 4th and 5th.
And
Nowhere to
top
go
of the stretch right now. And the 2's getting the first run. The 3's on the outside of the 2.
Dave Ready now gets the cue. Immediately pounced to the outside by Ready for Candy, who runs
And the
right
3-horse
off by the
getting the first run on the 2.
gets the jump.
3's going to win
Griselda's
this race,
cut loose.
guys.
Here's
Now,
Paradise
watch out
City.
for that 7.
Paradise City is coming after the leader, Ready for Candy.
He's
It's
going
Ready
to
for
take him
Candy.
out down to that Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Get him! Get him!
Oh,
3 got held on, but I'm not sure.
No, 3 held on. 3, it came in 3-7. Yeah, it was just something about that too, guys. We
Yeah,
talked
no, I
about
hear you.
that.
I didn't see that. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Right when we talked about, they set a slow pace in the Lake Placid, and and the horse barely hung on. Yeah, the Tory gave that horse a weird ride too.
Yeah, and I thought that was the case. The case was that the reason why she barely held on, she didn't really want the lead. She's closed in the past. You know, sometimes horses, they're out of their element. But,
Here we go. Here's the finish.
3 got the ball.
3, yeah.
Oh.
Looks like it's really close.
One more head bob, and the 7 might have got there.
Yeah, that so close. Wow.
There was your triple carryover hope right there, Justin.
That's what I was rooting for, the 7. Just I didn't have any.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, that would have been awesome.
All right. The
4 ran a decent third, but didn't anticipate the 7 running so well here.
4 ran a huge third. Nice call, David. 26 to 1.
We got the Dogwood coming up at Churchill, race 9 there.
That's when we played into Echo Sound, right?
Yep, we played the double from Immersive to Echo Sound. You were 1-4 there. I was 4-1, but I played that by the double price. I wasn't going to take 1-1.
Yeah.
On a double.
Yeah.
And really the question on Ragtime, is there enough pace? And, you know, Ragtime did outfinish Echo Sound in the test, but Echo Sound was the heavy favorite there, so maybe runs back, doesn't have as much pace to deal with here as was in that race or class. So but the 1 post is a tough spot at Churchill, just in general.
I just didn't. I mean, Ragtime is such a short price. I mean, I get it, Ma Jr., but I mean, ran well in the test. I mean, ran better than Echo Sound, but you know, maybe Echo Sound. I just think maybe gets better trip. The value's there too, Oldy. I mean, it's 5 to 1, 20%. So, you know,
yeah.
But you know, we're live. We'll see what happens.
Scotty, any thoughts here?
Well, it was pretty impressive. The Ragtime 8 wide in an 84 SOR and barely loses, and that was from the rail. I mean, and then won his first 2 races. She won her first 2 races easily for Belmont. Like this, she's the real deal for Godolphin. Like no doubt about it. Like she's talented. Her mother was a grade 2 winner. And I think, the Echo Sound, I can't make sense of that last race with Echo Sound. And then Ragtime, of course, beat her fair and square. I guess, you know, maybe Echo Sound on the lead, maybe, but there's a lot of speed in here. The 7, Delightful Claire is fast. Mega Mill is fast on the outside. they're probably going to go. I think the race just pretty easily sets up for the 4 Ragtime.
I agree. Ragtime, based on its first her first three starts, pretty impressive. Almost won a test, a Grade 1. It just almost caught Kilwin. I thought maybe it was a kind of a weaker test than I've seen in years. A horse that I want to use in the exotics is, believe it or not, the long shot, the 5 Strong State with Ragtime and maybe Echo Sound. I prefer Ragtime. I think Strong State may be an improving horse off the layoff. A lot of speed up front, and maybe due to get a good closing setup here. So I'm going to use Strong State in some fashion here in the second slot, with most likely Ragtime and a small saver win bet on Strong State. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good effort from this horse today.
Yeah, and I kind of like Echo Sound, and I kind of think that maybe Sturgeon Moon is one who can get into an exacta at the back end of the try here. For Walden, if there's as much pace as you guys think, we'll be closing. Christian Torres aboard, good rider. Nice GSR there of 82. I think that this horse fits here, I think. But I think Echo Sound's good. I think it's really a 2-horse race on top between Ragtime and Echo Sound.
It looks very logical on paper, no doubt.
Yeah.
But
That's not a good post draw. And also Echo Sound was 9-5 on the odds makers morning line. Currently he's 9-2. So, and the 7 and 8 are fast. I mean, one's going to have to clear, and even if the one does clear, 4 Ragtime's going to probably catch him.
And see, I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened in the test because we didn't like Echo Sound that day. It was a much better field than this. She doesn't need to be up on the lead, and she does have some stalking and closing finishes there. So I would not be surprised if she's a little further back than you guys think here.
Yeah. They're loading.
All right.
Man, the 4.
This should be a breakout race for Ragtime. I really hope this horse runs to what looks to be a bright future. 4-5 right now.
Waiting for Ragtime. Delightful Claire.
Yeah, this is that Bill Mott might have the best 3-year-old colt and 3-year-old filly in the country if this horse has a breakthrough performance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, that maybe a filly and mare sprint favorite if Ragtime rolls here.
That's true.
They're in the gate.
Stretch up.
And they're off.
Ooh.
Delightful Claire.
Ragtime broke slow.
Sound. The 2 of them break
Always
out well. Gerland's Empire has some early speed too. They race up the chute, and Delightful Claire, quick early, steps out to lead. Mega Mill comes on from the outside to put a little bit of pressure on from second. Gerland's Empire's third. Echo Sound is down inside 4th, just inside of Gerland's Empire. A break of 3, back to Sturgeon Moon, then it's Ragtime. Ragtime's about 10 lengths off the leading Delightful Claire. And the trailer is Strong State as they work their way to the far turn. Delightful Claire clicks off a quarter in 22 and 4. It's the far turn on a post so far.
Come on, Echo.
Claire whistles round the far turn. Mega Mill in pursuit second. Gerland's Empire, Echo Sound still together. 3rd and 4th farther back. Sturgeon Moon 5th. Ragtime starts to make progress down inside. Strong State goes to the far outside, starting to close in, though. Very wide for that one. They're off the turn. Delightful Claire confronted by Mega Mill. Mega Mill's up for the lead. Strong State continues to rally, and Ragtime is rolling too. 1 furlong to go. Delightful Claire, Mega Mill, Ragtime comes
much the best.
Too good.
And Ragtime from off the pace finishes full of run to win Dogwood.
That was so impressive, you guys.
Yeah. Very much. That was the we're going to call that horse the. So I don't know if you remember the WB frog. It was hello my baby, hello my Darling, hello, my ragtime girl.
Great.
That's
Got-
the WB
Yep.
frog horse right
Five.
there.
Sorry, Oldie. The 5 got up for second.
Boom.
Boom.
Oh, hold on.
nice.
I got some.
I'm on delay again, and I'm like, I saw the 5 really wide. I'm like, come on, that was my exacta. So give me a boom.
28-1, David.
Yep.
All right, I got it.
Nicely done.
Put plenty of speed up front and a little wide. Got the good closing kick there. So,
Do you know what kind of a berm it was? The exploding kind.
So, little boom for David there.
there you go.
Did you have the exacta, David?
Yes. Had it 5 times.
You had it 5 times. I hit it pretty good.
Very good.
I dropped your odds. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, 5 times. We had it 500 times. You give me a little percentage of that, then. Any good feelings?
I was wishing the 5 or 6 got third as well. I had the trifecta cover, but that's a nice exacta, $17.
We have Losal race 3, Gulfstream race 9, and Woodbine race 9 about to all go off on top of each other, because why wouldn't they be?
Right, exactly right.
Yeah, but you have graded stakes at Woodbine.
Yeah, so the grade 3 Durham Cup, and Gulfstream is going allowance optional before going back to stakes races there. So you're getting 3-1 on Paramount Prince, who was the horse that I was talking about there. You have a 24-point pace advantage on Paramount Prince, who gets a pretty easy lead on the race sim, as well as a grade 2 winner at the distance.
Thanks, James.
And Dresden Row is 6-5 right now, so dead on the board, because that was the morning line there. Any thoughts, gentlemen, other than what the horse I liked there?
Yeah, I've got a question, Oldie. You think that the 4 Play Me a Tune can stretch out here with success?
I think it's possible, but this horse doesn't like being on the lead as a sprinter. Is it going to go to the lead here?
Yeah.
Those are my question. I think it gets the distance, but I think it's more wants to sit a little bit.
I'm on the 8 for the price at 6-1. That's where I would go. But I like your angle, Oldie, too, on the 5. Maybe it's 5-8 or 8-5. Maybe I don't know. I do like the 8 though.
Loose wire, nice horse. Scotty second pick there. 5-2 on the morning line. You're getting 6-1, and I would consider maybe a 5-8 exacta here as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's second off the layoff. I mean, this horse slightly raced at 5. I mean, so I don't know, they don't run a lot of races, but wins 4 of 6. Great. They're trying grade 3 again. Couldn't run 2 back, but really gonna have to improve. But maybe there's some pace on the synthetic up front.
But, I don't think really has to improve more than like the 2 or the 6, the Joe Sharp horse that's in the Drexler barn now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of question marks in this race.
All right,
guys, the 7 horse is going to be tough. Like, it has excuses in my mind. It faced an 80 SOR group off of a long layoff on June 28th, going 6 furlongs on the turf, and it ran a nice third. And then it came back as the favorite last time out and had all sorts of trouble and got second, broke from the rail, didn't seem to have a very good trip. I mean, it's been in the money in all 12 tries. I mean, 12 lifetime races, 5 wins, 4 seconds, 3/3. I think this horse is gone. 7-5. I mean, who's going to be second? Basically, I think it could be anybody. The 8 horse possibly, who's 5-2 on the EE morning line, seems class challenge. But this is the type of horse that gets up later, will come running. I think the 3 will come running. I think the EquinEdge picks have it personally. The only anomaly for me a little bit is the 5 horse Paramount Prince on the lead, and how far can he take them?
Well, and I will say that the 5 horse is a grade 2 winner. The 7's best win was a grade 3 in a similar SORs though. But the 7 does tend to miss. I mean, with the exception of the 2 in a row there, the other races for the 7 runs like a closer who doesn't quite get there.
Yeah.
Which would be my caution. I think the 3, the Long Shot Classic Motown, has a look too as possibly getting in the money. But I'm on the 5 there. They're going in the gate here, so let me pull that up. We're off.
It's going straight to the lead. Over on the inside, Cool Kiss. Away sharply, Dresden Row on the pace. Within the center, Sky Row. And looking for racing room between runners, Journeyman. Loose Wire the outside. Play Me a Tune back, second last, Classic Motown.
Well, he got the 7 horse sitting right off the 5 without even asking.
Paramount
Even
Prince
money
by
on
3/4
Dresden Row.
Dresden Row. Loose Wire's caught wide, going up on the extreme outside. Skyro dipping in behind, and Handy Journeyman, and on the inside, Cool Kiss. Next to last, Play Me a Tune. One away last, Classic Motown. About 5 lengths first to last. Paramount Prince in front as they stack up in the lead.
By the way,
Dresden
guys,
Row
you
the
should check
center.
out the
On
horse
the
that
outside,
won
3
at,
wide, Loose Wire.
at Los
A length
Al,
and a half
3-1
away,
at-
Journeyman just ahead of on the inside, Cool Kiss.
think it was
Classic
easily
Motown
findable.
started to come forward, 3 wide around Skyro, and on their inside, Play Me a Tune. Paramount Prince and Dresden Row, the top 2 as they start the run at the half mile, a length clear. On the inside is Cool Kiss, and in the center, Journeyman from Loose Wire. And Play Me a Tune on the inside of Skyro, the widest Classic Motown. On
Not
the
a
rail,
great place
Paramount
to be
Prince
where
and
the
neck in
3
front
is
of
right
Dresden
now,
Row,
wide
getting
like that.
every inch closer now. They're 2.5 in front of Cool Kiss as they sprint, and they continue on here. It is Paramount
One's
Prince
all
being
out, 2's
tested
all
now
out,
for the
4.
first
Nobody's
time really
coming.
fully by Dresden
3 is
Row,
coming a little
and
bit. The
Dresden Row
EquinEdge
on the
long shot.
outside,
1
just
probably
in
has the
front.
best
They
chance
turn
to be
together from
second.
in third, Cool Kiss. Right behind them at Dresden Row. Out in the lead in second placing is Paramount Prince, and then came Cool Kiss. A real battle. Paramount Prince kicking
Paramount
on.
Prince is fighting
Dresden
back.
Row, Paramount Prince, and Cool Kiss
Just-
taking aim. Dresden
Seven's
Row's
got-
got the better of
one's
Paramount
got-
Prince, but Cool
Here comes
Kiss.
Cool Kiss.
Oh, Cool Kiss is running over the top of them. Cool Kiss on the outside, and Cool Kiss has got up to win.
Oh,
Cool
Wow.
Kiss in the
Seven.
Durham Cup, defeating Dresden Row. Then Paramount Prince and Play Me a Tune from
Look
out
at
wide
that,
Classic
17
Motown,
to
Sky
1.
Row, and towards
Wow.
the back, Loose Wire. And
Tough to come up with that one.
I don't know how you come up with that one, guys. I really don't. Like, that horse has never run a race even near what it just did right there.
No,
That's a
but
tough
that
one.
happens at Woodbine sometimes.
Yeah.
What kind
That
of
was
a
more the
berm it was?
exploding.
The exploding kind.
Type. But really quick here, we're going to go in the gate at Gulfstream. Gulfstream was nice enough to wait here. Justin, what did you like here at Gulfstream?
I actually thought it was a tough race, but I was actually on the picks 5-1-4. I do think the 2 has a shot and the 7. That's who I used in my pick 4. So
Okay.
I didn't have a huge opinion.
2 and the 7.
Yeah, I mean I would use, but I was 5-1-4-2-7, David, in my pick 4.
Okay, 5-1-4-2-7.
I think the 2 has a big shot, but I don't think it has to win. The other D'Angelo is the 1.
Not
You know,
taking
but
any money either.
I know, I couldn't believe that. 23% on the win end. I mean, and it rained, Oldie, right? We saw that earlier, and
Yeah.
speed's always, they're about to go, I can see. But speed's always dangerous like this. 5-2-1.
All right. Let me get that up here.
From the middle, 3-0 was quick to begin. Sent forward is Beach Colt up on the far outside. Banneker's trying to get over into the mix. Goes Street Rod. It's a logjam for the early lead. Back behind the speed, it's Latch the Hatch. Racing at the rail, Maitre D. Up the center goes Lord Barrier. Third last is he. Second last is Bound for Trouble. The trailer Take Care of Business. To the far turn they go, and Baracco and Banneker have the lead. Lord Barrier moves up on the outside second. Street Rod is the gray. At the rail, Beach Colt. 3-0 is next. Zayas getting Maitre D off the inside for a wide rally. Trying to run home from the back. Take Care of Business is underway. Yellow Colors far outside. They went the opening quarter in 21-1. They're off the turn. Who do you like here? On the far outside, it's Take Care of Business. Lord Barrier, who makes a narrow lead. Rail Beach
30-1.
Another bomb.
30-1 this leader. He's Lord Barrier, and he's got it won. Lord Barrier and Rajiv Barrage just break the upset from Take Care of Business second.
David, I know. That's what I mean when it rains and stuff. Like, they can be so brutal sometimes. Like, well, there that goes. But
yeah.
All right, we have 7 minutes to Aqueduct. Race 9. Scotty, are you still alive in your pick 6 here?
You know, I changed my mind. Like, I remember I said I was going to cover the 2, 3, 9 in that last race, and I ended up singling the 2, so I'm out.
What about you, David?
No, I'm out. First leg got me.
I think Tony's alive
like
in the
10.
chat, Oldy.
I do like the 10 here at 9-1. Caldwell Candy. Santana stays on board, which is a good sign for the Jimmy Bond barn. And I never trust a horse breaking its maiden and coming back facing winners first time. But I will admit that the 3 runs the same race she did, and he did in the last out. That this race is probably over. But I'll take the chance that the 10 will get a good trip here. So it's 10-3, 3-10 for me.
I like the 8 a little bit here for Linda. Second time Linda.
Mm-hmm.
You know, should be up on the lead here. You know, she's good off these moves to her as well. Second off the layoff, puts Johnny V aboard. I think maybe this horse is being overlooked a little bit at 4-1. Scotty, any thoughts?
Looking at this race a little further, and I mean, this horse Chelino at 11-1 kind of scares me a bit to maybe hit the board. I mean, has some really good back form, and now had tried the 2 turns in the last. I don't think wants any part of 2 turns, and has won a race. You know, he's 5 out of 7 in the money over the track. This looks a little sneaky, this 9 horse. Manny Franco pops aboard, but Santana chooses Caldwell Candy over that horse. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 9 run pretty well here.
9 Chelino is a Brad Cox horse. As you said, goes back to 1 turn here. This was a Linda Rice that was moved to Brad Cox, and the other one's a Brad Cox that was moved to Linda Rice.
Right. Some kind of things was going on in at the Saratoga meet between those 2. And interesting. But the one thing, Chelino has absolutely a very little speed, so would have to get a very contentious pace here to make a move.
Same thing with Makes Sense maybe here too. Needs some pace to run into the 7, but in the race sim finishes well, has the blue arrow there. And
I like the 10 horse, you guys, Caldo Candy. Like, this horse is 9-2 on the E-Morning line, 17%. It's 7-1 right now. It should get a really good trip. I think it'll be in second flight for sure, but it doesn't have to be all that far back behind the speed. It looks like there's a ton of speed between the 1, 6, and 8. And I tell you what, I like the trip anyway. 6-1 now on Caldo Candy. The horse has the class. Let me tell you, guys, that was a really, really good effort. That horse went off at 13-1 against a much tougher non-graded stakes. It broke 8th, and in the stretch was only 4.5 lengths back. That is a really, really nice effort. If this horse even breaks decent, could be very, very tough.
Yeah, the James Morrissey this year was a very competitive race. And it was on a mud. Also, it was a muddy track. Okay, even though Caldo has won on a sloppy track, I mean, that's a good race. I mean, I think there's a couple of horses in there that had a little bit of a problem. And if you look, Caldo Candy had a brush the gate at the start, supposedly. I didn't watch a replay, but yeah, they're definitely a live contender. And I'm a little surprised, Scotty, you're like a James Bond horse.
I know.
Yeah,
that's your job. Don't.
Yeah.
Why am I doing your job for you?
It's Bond, James Bond.
007. So on his saddle cloths, we've gone to watch the works a number of times. I visited his barn a couple of times, but we're up Labor Day weekend. He had a bunch out there. So his saddle cloths read 007 for workouts. It's pretty funny.
I feel like it should be shaken, not stirred.
There you go. It could be. Yeah, it could be.
You know, the 3 horse, you guys, I know on paper, this horse is 3 to 5 right now. We already know the statistics. We talked about what percentage of horses win that break their maidens, and it's only like 5% come back to beat winners. This 3 is the horse to beat on paper, no question about it. But when you even compare what the 3 faced last time out compared to what the 10 horse faced last time out, there is absolutely zero comparison. So sometimes the paper, winning by 4 3/4 lengths from the 8 post, by the way, perfect trip in that 1-turn dirt race. And now all of a sudden, the horse is drawn on the inside. There's 8 horses in the race. The 10 gets a perfect trip. 3 is going to have to get the trip. I don't know. I'm going to try to beat a horse like this 3 to 5. The odds are just, the horse can win, but the horses like this will lose way more than they win for sure.
Right. Not worth the risk reward. The horse is overbet.
No.
And that's why I'm on a 10. I also use like I said, I'm more solidly on the 10, but I'm going to use the 9 to hit the board somewhere along the line here.
All right.
The EquinEdge long shot, guys, if the EquinEdge long shot can rate at all, if it can, and it looks like it might be able to, then that horse deserves a look. It's 5-1 E morning line. It's the EquinEdge long shot. And if you look at the race simulator, it's supposed to be right on the pace, but maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll sit back and let the 8 and 1 go. But if they let the 8 go by itself, which I don't think the 1 will do, but and it is a possibility that the 8 gets an easy lead, and if it does, goodbye.
Correct.
Yeah, and I should point out the back class on the 8. The 8 was in the Jerkins last year as a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
As well, second off the layoff, didn't run first time out for Linda, but the works are there to suggest that this horse still has that kind of talent as they're going in the gate here. And want to encourage everybody to hit the like and the subscribe.
Post time for today's night. Remarkably.
So they're going 7 furlongs here. So it's a cutback in distance for the 3, Worthy Charge, who's currently 3 to 5 favorite in the race. But when you run the race simulator, it has every horse in the race within 1 3/4 lengths.
Yeah, it's insane.
That is, you don't see that very often.
There you go.
Beautiful looking gray. The 10 horse going into the gate.
Goes in. All set. And they're off. Speed from Vetriano. Vetriano right out towards the front is up by a quick neck. Caldo Candy applies the pressure to the outside, and just up with them is Remarkably. That's the leading trio. As in between horses comes Vekoma Rise.
So the 1 horse didn't go.
Spotted 5th, 3 wide in that second grouping.
And the 6 horse is coming from behind. I don't know if the 6 broke bad guys or what happened, but he's strangling the 8 right now. I mean, he is loaded with horse.
Moving nicely here.
The 10 horse Caldo Candy then getting off at 6 to 1. But he's having to be asked to keep up with the 8 right now anyways.
Quarter mile. It's Vetriano in front. Here comes Caldo Candy.
And the favorite Worthy Charge is on the outside moving beautifully.
Also, here comes a move from Worthy Charge, 3 wide. Worthy Charge is gliding into it for Flavien Prat, is chasing the leader. Vetriano, who's traveled well throughout, still appears to have some horse in hand here, approaching a quarter mile left to go. What does Vetriano have at the top of the stretch? Cut Loose is Worthy Charge down the center of the racetrack. Caldo Candy not going away. Vetriano is still in front, hugging that rail. Worthy Charge with every shot to run this leader down.
Come on, 8.
He's got a final furlong to
Get
get
up,
in the margin a little bit. Now Worthy
But
Charge.
the 8's gonna have to hold off the 3. Comes out a little bit, just enough to hold off the 3.
Vetriano
All right, well, let's see if
There
he
you go.
stays up.
Good
And
one.
I'll take it.
2 seconds flat.
Speed is always dangerous.
All right, well, Scotty, if it makes you feel any better, you did not have the 8 in your amongst your horses, so
No, I was going
or
for
the
Fillies
3.
race.
So you saved yourself some money by not.
Yeah.
Right. And like you said, I'm very reluctant to take a price anytime a horse is just broke his maiden and moving up. Like you said, what's the number, Scotty? 5%.
Yeah, it's they don't win very often. That 8 coming out, guys, on the 3 a little bit. I don't think it's enough to take the 8 down, but it was enough to hurt the momentum of the 3, who probably would have won that race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of hurting, which I don't like, but you're probably right. I'm sure. I don't think they're going to look at it. It didn't look very blatant to me at all.
We got the Grade 1 Cotillion. We're 3 minutes from the Grade 1 Cotillion at Parx, which they drew some of the top 3-year-old female horses here to the Cotillion. It's like a Saratoga race here, like the Alabama or something like that. So we have Good Cheer, was your Kentucky Oaks winner. Hasn't been able to get home the last 2 times. You have Lacara, who won the Acorn, and then there was too much speed there in the Alabama. And you have Scottish Lass, who won the Coaching Club American Oaks Grade 1 by 15.5 lengths. And David's horse, Claqua, who won the Indiana Oaks. So, Scotty, any thoughts here? Justin and I were both on the 7 Good Cheer because we thought this would set up.
I was listening to you guys talk about this, and David wasn't a big fan of the 7. The only thing I will say is this: there is so much speed in this race, and a lot of these horses are going to be forwardly placed. If one of them can clear, and I don't know who might go, maybe Lacara might go. Lacara went gate to wire on the Acorn.
Mm-hmm.
So there, but as far as closers go, if there is a fast pace, if it actually materializes, then I don't know how you beat Good Cheer. She's fantastic, right? So
Right.
she's earned $1.9 million, 7 wins, and 1 second place finish. The only poor performance was in the Acorn, and she was 30 cents on the dollar that day and 56% to win. But and then she took a couple of months off. I'm not really sure what happened. It just says brush the gate. So is she? And then she comes back and gets second. Is she still the same horse? I don't know.
She's nice, Scotty. I mean,
I know she's nice, but is she the same? Even the race simulator only has her winning by under a length against, many of these. So, I mean, are you supposed to take a 6 to 5 on this horse, or there's some opportunities for prices. How about the 4 Indy Bay at 18%?
And what's wrong with the 8 Dry Powder running a good race? It won that stakes race, overnight stakes, from the 11 post, and quite impressively. And this horse may be an improving type of filly. So I like Click Out on top, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dry Powder wins. But yeah, it's hard to knock a horse, Scotty. A Good Cheer, who's 7 for 9 lifetime. But in my opinion, she beat a lot of weak fields back in the day. But and don't forget, she was totally compromised by the pace in Alabama. They were crawling. Nitrogen was crawling in that race. And she still made a valiant run. So it wouldn't surprise me to see her dominate this field. So with me, it's the 3 and the 8 and the 7 over the 3-8.
And I'll also say the 7 is, and one of the things here you mentioned, well, what was up with the 7? Well, the 7's 5 of 5 at the 8.5 distance as well, and gets the cut back here. I think 10 was The horse ran well at 10, but 10 was probably too long. And, they probably didn't like the slop that day at Saratoga. And Lacara just got away in that race.
Yeah.
All right, they are going in the gate, so let's get the Grade 1 Cotillion up here. Cotillionites.
Powder.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
I just want to say good luck. And we're all coming.
Scottish Lassie is getting
now
bets
they're
at
all in.
95, you guys.
Don't like the rail with the
Racing
speed at
in the
Parx.
Cotillion. Good start for this field of 7. Lacara speed right out of the gate. Indy
Look at the
Bay,
7
good
horse
cheer,
trying to
Dry Powder.
compete for the
4
lead.
all have some
Is that
speed.
going to be a
What are they
mistake?
doing?
Dry Powder hustles up,
I
set
think
herself early.
Slow
So they go
pace.
into the first turn. Dry Powder
I
goes a bit
don't
wide.
like
Lacara,
that. That's
she
not
skims the rail.
her
Then it's
style.
Indy Bay.
No.
Scottish Lassie settles in pretty tight on the rail, and the white blinkers. Good cheer.
I don't know
She's
about
into
that.
fourth.
Lacara
She's
might be
unhurried. She's
gone.
into
I mean,
sixth.
that was a
Our
pretty
daydreaming
easy.
girl. She's at the
I
back.
can't believe you
second
got
last.
9 to 1
They go
there.
through the
The
first
one
turn.
went off as
23 the opening quarter.
looks like
and
the 8 to
Lacara,
5
she's
favorite.
half
Good
left
cheer ended up getting off
on
at
the
8 to
outside.
5
Dry
as
Powder
well.
tracks in second.
So the
Then
one
it's
definitely got
Clico.
bet. Seems to
Good cheer.
be
She moves up into third.
completely
Indy
in
Bay
hand
still
right
on the
now
rail.
in
Back
sixth
to
place,
Scottish
about
Lassie.
4
She
lengths
and
back
Daydreaming
of
Girl.
the
They're in no rush. They're
two
at the back.
Lacara.
And Lacara continues to set the pace with pressure from Dry Powder. 47-1. Lacara, she leads the way.
I don't
Dry
like.
Powder sticks with her. Then it's Good Cheer. Clico in between. Indy
I
Bay.
don't love
She's
that.
in third. She's in on the rail. Scottish Lassie beginning to inch a
That
little bit
trip to
closer.
seven's
Nothing
getting
yet
it all.
from our
Seems to be all
daydreaming
out
girl.
already too.
They head into the far turn. And Lacara, she's faced on the outside by Dry Powder.
Yeah, she's
They head
done,
through the far
guys.
turn. 47-1 for the half. Lacara under pressure from Dry Powder now. They're on
Scottish
even
Lassie
terms.
ain't getting there
Clico,
either, though.
she's in third. Beginning
How
to
about
gain.
Dry
Then
Powder?
it's back to Good Cheer.
How
Scottish
about
Lassie, she's
Paqua?
into fifth. Our daydreaming girl, she's
David
getting in
here.
gear from
Come
the
on,
back.
click out and Dry
On
Powder. Give
front
me that
end,
exacta.
It is Dry Powder. She's running a huge race. Lacara continues to fight on. Clico found her momentum
There
down the
goes
center of the track.
Clico.
And
Come on.
our
Oh, here
daydreaming
comes
girl,
somebody
she
on the
is gaining
outside, the
lane,
6 horse.
down the center of the track. Clico with a narrow lead. Our daydreaming girl continues to charge.
Look at that 3.
Clico trying to hold off. Dry
Hold on,
Powder
3.
leads.
Hold on.
Clico down to the line. Get that
Ooh.
champagne ready. Clico's
Yes,
the winner
nice,
of the Cotillion. Final time, 142.
And Dry Powder ran a good races right there. Wow.
David,
Yeah, it looked like
never-
386.
Great
Woo.
call, David.
Oh,
5 to 1.
yeah.
She was never
5 to
gonna-
1.
She was never going to lose
You
because
think the 8 got second?
The 8 got second, yeah.
Oh, I got the exacta too. My God.
You know what, guys? How
Boom
impressive is the race?
shakalaka!
How impressive is the race simulator? I mean, that's what it showed. It showed there was a wall of them at the wire. Like, super impressive.
All right, Scott. Click out. Click it. Scores.
Nice going.
Oh, Churchill's nice enough to give us a 3-horse race. I don't know if we want to skip that one and go to Los Al.
Yeah, what happened to that race, Oldy?
Yeah, wow.
we covered that yesterday, and I saw that. I was like, wow, everybody scratched.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
A chunk of gold looked tough. I guess maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah.
Yeah, I would just
Move
on
along.
to Los Al here, I think.
I think Scotty. I think the 6 got up for second at Parx.
Think so? It sure looked like the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the 8 got it.
All right.
No.
Yeah, it's maybe.
I think it's the 8, David. I think the 6 was coming, but I think the 8 was there.
They're so far apart that it's hard to judge, and they had click art in between. Let me see on this. Yeah, no, I think that from that view, it looked like the 8 got second. Ooh, that's a nice one.
We'll see here.
Photo in the Cotillion, flying finish.
She saw the 8 horse to her inside. You
3,
could see
8,
her move her
6,
head.
and 1. Number 3, Clico, your winner. Number 8, Dry Powder
Boom.
finishes
Give me
second.
another one.
6 hour
There you
daydreaming
go.
girl third.
All right,
and
Scott.
number
There
1,
you
Scottish
go.
Lassie,
There you
4,
go.
3, 8, 6, and 1.
And the 6 was 42 to 1. Should have used 3-8 all. Did try.
All right. We could go to Los Al. We're 4 minutes from there. We could go to Woodbine for the last there. I didn't love that race. I would say Los Al, then Gulfstream, because we have a stakes race coming up at Gulfstream. And we have a maiden special way. We got a Baffert. We got
Let's
Mike
do Woodbine.
McCarthy.
It's a full field.
Okay.
All right.
And it's coming up in 7 minutes. We get to watch the race. Seems like a good one to do.
All right. So Woodbine, the last there, race 10. We'll run the race sim. I'll give you guys a chance to organize your thoughts here, and then I will kick this off with David. How about you kick this one off for us?
Woodbine race 10. Oh, thanks. You're giving me a synthetic race to kick things off. North of the border.
At least you're going 2 turns, though. It's not a sprint.
What's taking you so long, David?
Oh, there you go. I'm looking to see if I have any. There's any victims that I've lost money on before that I need revenge on. But the way that I was looking at this race, I just think it's so wide open. If I'm going with a horse, I'm probably going with the 1, Serenading Amaya. Yeah.
That one.
Yes, could save ground. It's I mean, it's a wide open race, and I just think taking a horse that's going to save ground here. But this is a really wide open race. It's more of a guess than anything else. Looking at the form and looking at the value here, so 7-1 is a good enough price for me. So you give me the 1.
Well, Scotty. What do you think of this 4-horse Hurricane Gizmo that you have the gold badge on?
Well, many of these horses are coming out of that 8:31 race. They're coming back at the same conditions. And the 4, the 1, the 2 came out of there. The 2 beat the 4 last time out. But the 4 was 28% to win last time, and the 2 was only 5% to win. Still not giving the 2 much love, but the 1 is very interesting, like David said. That horse went off at 18-1, and it only lost by a length and 3/4 getting 4th. I mean, it was a wall of them. We could see that again.
And
I think
with an inside run, the horse draws the rail again today. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's 6-1 right now. And the thing about the 1 horse is it was 18-1 last time out. Now it's 6-1. And the morning line is 7-1. So it's real close. We talked about that. I like to see when the live odds and the morning line line up. I really like that. I think the 1 is a fair horse. Probably the 4 is the horse to beat. But that being said, it's burned a lot of money. So I love the gold badges, and you're going to make money at those for sure. I'd probably go for a long shot play in the 1, but not to win necessarily. But you can put the 1 in the exotics, and what about the 6 horse? 3-2 on the EE morning line. I mean, certainly this one looks like a major player in here.
Got to get out of the gate, though, would be my comment on that horse, because the 2 bad performances, I mean, granted, finished 2nd last time, but the 2 not so good performances, the horse couldn't get out of the gate.
Yeah.
And I will say, so one of the things that in my data, I ran my data from last year, Scotty, for the whole meet for Woodbine.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put the exception in here already of at least 1 horse has won on this angle this year. But last year, lone pace that didn't match anything else in the on the synthetic at Woodbine was 0 for 28.
Really?
Yeah. So Sinful Forester is your lone pace here. It doesn't have a good GSR, doesn't have a good win percentage, it's lower down in SOR there. And, so let's say we think that horse isn't going to get out of the gate because it's cheap. So who's going to get the lead in that case? It's the 6. Maybe the 6 gets an easier lead than we think here.
Guys, the EquinEdge long shot is one that we all have to consider, because this horse was in that 8:31 race. And I mean, it had an atrocious trip. First time going 8.5 furlongs, first time going 2 turns for that matter. And it broke 8th, and it didn't lose by much. This horse has a good chance with a decent break of running very good, right brightly.
All right, I'm going to go with the 6. Move to the country.
Move to the country. And I'm on the 1. And Scotty, I believe you're on the 1 also.
I'm on the 1 as well. I'm gonna I'm just going to say though that the 6 is very interesting. 2 is interesting. 8 is interesting. Like, but I'm going to go with the 1 horse.
And Mr. Justin, what about you?
This is a rough race. I'd be on my top pick would be the 6 Oldie. My long shot would be the 9. So
6, 9,
I don't really like the speed. I think the 6. I mean, if it runs back to that last race, first time on the drop, and I mean, and you're getting 3-1 off a 3-2 E morning line, which I like because you're getting the right value at like a 30% win. Multiply it, and you get 90%. And I kind of like the 9 of why Scotty likes the 7. And I mean,
trifecta 300.
The 7 is the long shot, so maybe, but the 9 horse, I feel like it just didn't run and never wins.
Yeah.
But maybe an exotic horse would be the 9. I can forgive the last race. It's just in a brutal post. It's not gonna run. It doesn't have a better posting now. So maybe an exotic horse.
Right. And good point, Justin. The Scotty launch shot right brightly is the only had 5 starts, so he's the most lightly raced filly in here. She is. And she's got a nice workout on August 17th, 3 furlongs, 36 breezing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes these horses, and it had a really bad outside post last 2 back at 6.5. Maybe a horse that's got more upside than some of these. So I would give a shot also with the 7. 1-7 for me.
All right, 1-7 for David here. Justin and I 6, and Justin, you are also on the 9.
7 and 9. I'd be
7,
6
9.
over 7, 9 exacta.
Okay. Let me get the sound down here.
Bye for a start.
They're loading in.
Fillies and mares in their nightcap, all in.
I don't wear one.
Locked up. Off they run, and a tad slow, all for honor. The others began really well. Going up on the inside, Sinful Forester deep on the track is Take Chances, and showing up in the center, Move Into the Country, the top trio. Right behind is Hurricane Gizmo, followed by Right Brightly attending the pace, and they got away by about 3 lengths to Dancing in Rio. That's it, that's all on the outside. Back to second last, Serenading Amaya, and the early trailer, All for Honor. About 8 lengths covers the field. They're in 2 divisions, and showing the way nicely is Sinful Forester by a length to Move Into the Country. Tucking in with a beautiful sit on the inside. In third is Hurricane Gizmo. Lying in fourth, Take Chances from Right Brightly.
Your 7 definitely got a better break.
2 lengths behind them came.
Really good break.
That's all on the outside of Dancing in Rio. Next to last is Serenading Amaya, finding a seam up the rail. A length away last, All for Honor. Little change up front, however. Sinful Forester, Deshaun Gaskin on top. Move Into the Country second.
Justin, your 9 is flying right now.
Lying in fourth is
I know,
Take
I see
Chances,
that.
and now first to take off is All for Honor. Trying to gobble up some ground around the outside, going up to share third. Right Brightly behind that trio, and next to last is on the outside. That's it, that's all, being passed by Dancing in Rio and Serenading Amaya the center. Going forward is Move Into the Country to grab the lead from Sinful Forester.
Nowhere to go.
Now Hurricane Gizmo asked to
6,
respond
9.
between runners with a Move in the center. Move Into the Country by a length.
Or 7.
Going up to
Here comes
share second.
7 now.
Hurricane Gizmo
Come
with
on,
Sinful
7.
Forester.
Yo,
Right
get up.
Brightly's has a little bit of run, and
Brutal.
as they turn for home, getting away, Move Into the Country by 2.5 lengths. Battling away, Hurricane Gizmo, Right Brightly and out wider on the track.
Terrible
Take
trip.
Chances are coming on. Move
6,
Into the
7.
Country, the leader.
Come on.
Move Into the Country by a
Nah,
length and a
it's
half.
really
Hurricane
early.
Gizmo
Shying
and
away
Take
from
Chances.
going in
Move
that
Into the
gap.
Country in front. Hurricane Gizmo, a late burst on the inside. Move Into
6
the
on
Country in
top.
front to the wire. Move
Shot.
Into the Country about a half a length. Hurricane Gizmo.
You got like
Then
3
Take
to 1
Chances,
over.
Right Brightly and
Yeah,
Serenading.
listen. 3-1.
But no, I meant the exacta was the top 2.
Oh, yes, that
That's
would
a
have been
top
nice.
comment.
Then I think the jockey on the 9 went a little bit early.
Those are the top 2. Those are the top 2 EquinEdge picks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And top 2 win percentages. Yes, top 2 win percentages as well.
Nice. One
Well,
did not
the-
run. I didn't see. I wasn't really watching the 1. I was
One
watching the 7.
Got out too late, was flying late on the outside. I think
Okay.
finished 4th.
Justin
Didn't get that
Gulfstream.
inside rail trip today, Scotty.
Yeah.
Oldy, I'm honestly really surprised. The 5 is the favorite. I was 285. I believe you were 8, and you'll have to. I can't remember, but
Yeah, I would have been 2 there instead because
Okay.
was who I ended up after we
Yeah.
found out.
I like the 2, and then I do like the daily double cold, just 2-3. 3's a good price in the next. The next they're off the turf, but I mean the 2 got speed, an amazing EE morning line, 4-5. You're currently getting 2-1, crazy.
Yeah,
but I like the win bet too there. Then
all right, they're going in the gate. We got another one here. Get that up here.
There at Beret and the Princess Rooney.
Ed Rooney.
Gate. And they're off in the Princess Rooney. Good start for Hall and Ice from down toward the inside. Slow and to stride was Vincy Girl, but Hall and Ice takes the early advantage in the run out of the chute. From between Authority is now second. Nerazuri's on her outside. Claret Beret widest of all. Then Reputation, 2 better than Gallant Bob Stakes. The trailer is Vincy Girl, and the leader is Hall and Ice. Edgard Zayas and Hall and Ice to the top of the stretch, to the half-mile point, rather, leads by a length and a half. Nerazuri is second. Claret Beret moving up on the outside. Claret Beret only 2.5 lengths off the speed as they make their way to the final half mile. The opening quarter was ordinary here, just 23 seconds flat. With the advantage, it's still Hall and Ice by a length and a half. Nerazuri is second. Moving up on the outside, Claret Beret is now third. Reputation is there fourth. 3 back to a retreating Ultimate Authority, then Vincy Girl and Gallant Bob. They run to the top of the stretch with Hall and Ice in front. From the outside, Claret Beret is giving up valuable real estate. Nerazuri running a good race between horses. At the rail, Reputation fourth, but needing to do better. Vincy Girl is next. Hall and Ice tries to get away. Off the top of the turn, it's the Arkansas-bred daughter of Colefront. It's Hall and Ice, an eighth of a mile from pay dirt, 5 on top. Nerazuri while trying to hold on to second. Reputation is out of tail, but it's on to the Breeders' Cup for Hall and Ice. Hall and Ice, a dominant winner of the Princess Rooney.
That was a win in your end.
5. Nerazuri ran the race of her life to be second.
I don't know, Oldy, but
third.
I have no idea why that
fourth.
horse was 5-2. That was insane.
I'll take it. I did take it. I had a small entertainment win bet there of about $20.
It ended up going off at 2-1. It looks like.
Look at the pace metric advantage she had. 45 win percentage, the blue ribbon, and you get 5-2.
David, it blows my mind. Like, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
The E morning line was 4-5, and we got 5-2.
How did I not pick that up?
Yeah, and guys, I mean, how is that a win in your end?
Grade 3, yeah, that's it. That's puzzling.
Oh, we're hanging out at Gulfstream getting tickets punched.
All right.
You guys want to go to, we got BAQ coming.
Yep.
BAQ, yep.
We did not get a lot of time to talk about this race. The allowance optional non-winners of 1. Here we got a bunch. Yep. Going 6 furlongs.
I mean, when you look at the race simulator, you guys, it's got every horse except for the 6 horse within 2 lengths of the lead. And it's got Disco Star winning by almost a length over the 7 Hangover Heaven. But if you were to eliminate the 3 off the race simulator, then look at that race. Like, we could be seeing a bomb here.
I agree, Scotty, and you might be seeing a 007 bomb. Hold on a second. You might be seeing a 007 Bond bomb. Okay, I like Disco Star here a bit, but this is so wide open. The 5's got a shot, the 6, the 7, the 10, but I believe the 4, Toriga, is going to press the pace and set up for the entry mate, Roagna, who's going to be flying late. So give me 1 speed, 1 bond speed Toriga, 1 bond closer Roagna, and put Disco Star over them, and then win bets on both of them, the 4 and the 9.
My only problem with that, David, is I think the 3 and 7 are better closers than the 9.
Yeah, but what I will say is I like the outside post better when you're closing on this these turf sprints, right? The 3, granted, I agree with you. A better closer, better horse looks faster, but could get traffic problems from that inside post. So I prefer those closers to have outside posts. So that's Roagna. And again, you're talking about a 25 to 1 shot and a 30 to 1 shot to Riga. So I'm looking at a bomb away here. So, but I understand the 3 looks like a better horse on paper.
So
can the guys, the 5 gets a good trip here because the 2 and the 4, the 2 looks like it's got some substance, but the 4 is very fast on the outside of it. And it does look like the 5 can rate a little bit. And if they don't go too fast up front, then the 5 just sits a really, really nice trip. It's the EquinEdge long shot, and the horse is tactical. And it could really have a big advantage if it doesn't use itself up, and it shouldn't. So it should be able to be right there behind the front runner, 2 and 4, and sit a really nice trip. So if they don't go flying up front, then the 5 is sitting in the 5 gets first run.
So first of all, tomorrow the Pennsylvania Derby is about 25 minutes from now. It's race 14, and we will have it live. Tony, the 1 horse, is who Tony says how about. Does have 3 positive ratings from Bluegrass Dan there for us, and it's not one that I was on, but did only lose a ladies turf sprint at 5 by 1.7 lengths at Gulfstream, but I think needs to improve. And you have the layoff here, but Abreu is good off the layoff. And we should be getting close here, I would assume. We're on the turf. We're about to go in the gate.
I got you.
Sinead. Charlie Girl. One Last Knock. Hangover Heaven. Next in will be Disco Star.
Disco Stew.
Quick Power Nap. Tariga. Rodna. You Gotta Have Hope. Miss Bourbon to the outside. Miss Bourbon goes in.
Good luck, everybody.
And they're off. In between horses, Tariga gets the first call. It's Tariga with a host of pursuers. They're lining up here. You Gotta Have Hope is now a clear second with At the Rail Comes One Last Knock, who's in third. Patiently Ridden, that's the top trio. Just trying to join them as Trolley Girl, who's in between horses. Nowhere to go right now for Hangover Heaven. It's in a tight spot, just trying to muscle on through. Also, Quick Power Nap. Romero Mirage just tugging at Romero. It's taken for 23 seconds flat for that opening quarter mile.
Not all that fast.
Quarter mile here and stacked them up in behind Tariga. Tariga's in front, and Ruben Silvera there up by a length and a half. You Gotta Have Hope right there in second still. One Last Knock, then comes Quick Power Nap towards the outside.
Wow.
Also trying to run through with the rails. Hangover Heaven. Behind them is Rodna. The rest got to pick it up. Miss Bourbon's toward the back end. Disco Star. They reach the top of the lane. The leader
Look at the
is
value on the 2.
Last
10 to
knock just
1.
cruise to the front here for John Velasquez. Sinead
7.
emerges. Green cap down towards the inside. Hangover
Here
Heaven is
comes the
launching
3 on the
2.
outside,
Over
flying.
One Last Knock.
Gonna be too
These
late,
are
though.
down. These 2 with a 16th left to go. It's One Last Knock trying to hold off Hangover Heaven to the outside.
Oh.
Oh.
I wanted the 2 Oldy as well. Man.
I didn't want it. I mean, I didn't have the 2, but it was a great effort by the 2, so I was rooting for the 2 from a price standpoint there.
3 to 1.
But
That was wild.
Hangover Heaven 2 to 1. It ends up being, we're not sure who was the favorite, either the 7 or the 2, but co-favorites.
Yeah, and they were about equal in the pick threes and doubles too.
Right.
I mean, that they were
Logical results.
Yeah. All right, we have 22 minutes before the Pennsylvania Derby here.
Okay, I'll hang around till after the Pennsylvania. I got to watch the Pennsylvania Derby, of course. I'll be a little late to my grandson's football game. Hopefully, he doesn't throw 3 touchdown passes while I miss. But
hopefully, he does.
Yeah, I hope he does for his right. Yeah, I hope he does.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, as long as they have it on tape.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Any opinions here? Are we going to another race first?
Where are we going?
We can go to Churchill or in 10 minutes or Gulfstream in 15. That's pretty much what's left before. So maybe let's go to Pennsylvania Derby. Then we'll go to Gulfstream and then come back to the Pennsylvania Derby.
So the first, okay, so let's talk about, I've got a question first for Justin. Yeah. Justin, do you remember this horse, Gosger?
Yeah, no.
I want your opinion, because we talked about this horse, I believe, on my trip back from Kentucky to Rochester. And the day that he won at Keeneland, I believe it was a Lexington. And he's been running very well. What are your thoughts? I think you were in agreement with me. What are your thoughts on Gosger here?
Yeah, I put Gosger on top, David.
Yeah.
I'm not on the Baeza train. I thought could improve here. I know coming off the layoff, but Louis so good, rides for Brennan Walsh. I mean, ran in Scotty. I was telling Oldy and David, I was telling Oldy about when we were watching the Preakness, and he ran an absolutely awesome race there. Was in the 9 post that day, and comes back, ran a good race in the Haskell too, and comes right back here. I'm just not on the Baeza train, so I had Gosger on top.
Oh, okay, that's why I'm asking you, because somebody had called me and said, "You got to love Gosger today, right?" I'm like, "No, I don't like Gosger."
Yeah, I'm not. I only like Baeza, but not for me.
Well, let me put it this way. I like Gosger when Gosger was 4-1 in Lexington. I love Gosger at 15-1 in the Preakness, and I like Gosger at 6-1. And I've got all of those exactas and all those wins. So I've cashed on 3 times. Now, with that being said, I have a suspicion that this horse really does not want to go any step beyond a mile and 8.5 furlongs. 16.
Yeah.
If you look at his PPs, every race he's run gamely, and he just loses ground real late. Now, Parx, he might take to Parx. He's got a great workout on September 12th. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has more upside. Baeza will run really well here, but it is Parx. We just saw Barnes get dusted. And I'm not sure. I will use Baeza. I think Baeza is the class of the field. I don't like goal-oriented. The horse that I'm trying to make here, Justin, is this Big Truz. All right. That was a really nice race last time out. This horse, drew off nicely. Again, it's the Ellis Park Derby, a 300K race. But if you look, this horse has had, running the Woody Stevens against Patch Adams and finished a decent third at 7-1. I don't know what happened to him in the Indiana Derby. Maybe a little trouble as the favorite. I'll throw that race out. I think this horse out of Justify may have some upside here. So I'm going with the 7 Big Truz, and I'm using Baeza with him. So 8-7, win bet on a 7, and take those 2. And I'm anti-Gosger today. So see what happens.
Can I make one comment on Big Truz, the son of Justify? Justify, shockingly, has been an awful graded stakes sire.
Agreed.
Only has 2 Grade 1 winners. And, I just wonder whether Big Truz is a 1-turn horse, because 8 furlongs at Ellis is like 1.5 turns, 1.25 turns. So that would be my concern on that horse. I kind of thought it was a 2-horse race between Baeza and Magnitude here, with the possibility that if Big Truz or Altabelli, who, by the way, and David, you, if your baseball knowledge, and maybe Justin, your baseball knowledge here, Altabelli was the Baltimore manager, Joe Altabelli, back in the 80s after, I believe, won a World Series in 1983 as the Baltimore manager. But, we see all the time these cheap horses with low percentage trainers don't get out of the gate in these big races. If that happens, Magnitude could get an easier lead than we think here.
Yeah, I think Magnitude could be dangerous, Oldie. I agree. Yeah.
And,
and you're getting a great price on Magnitude.
And I think 10 furlongs might have been too long there, as well as, was facing Sovereignty. So let's also include that there. Blew away the Iowa Derby field. I think you could see something similar at 9 here, as you saw at 8.5, because got the 9 no problem in the Risen Star.
No, I mean, do you remember that day, Oldie? Ben just flew out of the gate and was long gone. You could see it happen again for sure.
Yeah. So, Oldie, I have a question. You stated that Justify with grade 1 winner is the siblings with grade 1 winners, the success rate's not good, which I agree. But do you really consider this is in name to me a grade 1, but in quality, to me, this is more, besides Baeza, this more looks like more like a grade 2. So I'm going to call it a grade 1.5. So, and
it's like that turn at Ellis.
Yeah, I understand. But the interesting thing is Big Truz is a lower price now than Magnitude, who won, the Risen Star grade 2. Yeah. So he is taking some money, but Baeza is even money. Going to be tough to beat. But again, it has danced a lot of dances, and maybe this is just a tune-up for the Breeders' Cup Classic, right? So, and Parx is a quirky track. So I again, I'm never going to take even money over 5-2 with Gosger. So I'm looking for a bigger price, but that's why I landed on Big Trust.
I see Scotty waiting patiently there. So let's go to Scotty here.
Like you're all wrong. You're all left up. Go ahead.
Well, I think that Altabelli is a rabbit in here, and that's going to hurt Magnitude. Magnitude's not going gate to wire. The 2 is going to be on the lead, flying from the very beginning. The 10 from the outside is going to be going. Probably have to sit in third, and that's not that horse's style. So I think that Moplex will stop. I mean, there's a lot of speed in here, and I'm just trying to look at who's like in second flight. Baeza's in second flight. Big Truz is in second flight. David of Athens is in second flight, and of course Gosger's in second flight. I had in the Preakness, I had Gosger so big I can't even tell you. That was such a bad beat. Looked like that horse was gone. And so that one hurt. Was in the lead by 5 lengths, and before losing that race late, that was just a brutal.
But you should have had a huge exacta then.
That was when journalism ran that insane race.
It was blocked behind horses, and I mean, look, gone. And oh man, that was a rough one. I had Gosger singled and everything. So
and Scotty, you had the right. You must have thought you were a winner. Count your money, because that to have that trip and still get up, and that really just impressed me. That was just one of
that one hurt.
Yep.
So I just think that the race sets up for Baeza's going to get a very nice trip, and I don't think because of the Belmont Stakes, but I think we can throw that out. And then the Kentucky Derby, the horse ran good. I think Baeza is going to probably be, run a really good race here. I don't trust Gosger. I don't know. I like Gosger, and I think he's talented, and he might win. But Big Truz, Big Truz just sit? Maybe. That wasn't the strongest field in the world last time out. Yeah. Won easily. I don't like the race before the Indiana Derby, so I'd probably say not. I think goal-oriented, which we haven't talked a lot of, who barely lost the Haskell. I think Baffert's been very patient with this one, and I'm going to guess that he's probably going to run a big race, and he'll sit and probably save some ground. I think it's going to be one of the favorites. I think it's going to be 6, 8, or 9.
All right. Well, I'm going to say this as well, Scotty. My third pick for the previous show was the 10 Moplex. And I think it's insane that Big Truz is a lower price than Moplex. Moplex has been in against better horses. Moplex has won it 2 turns.
Interesting.
And at this distance,
because the way I look at it, let me just, I understand. Moplex is 44 to 1, Oldy.
Yeah, I know.
And he's got the outside post, which normally at Parx is not a disadvantage, even going 2 turns.
Yep.
The outside part of the track there, traditionally has been the spot to be. But 99 GSR, right? But with that being said, I still, this horse is a New York horse, and won the Ohio Derby, a grade 3, which was a really weak field. I don't see this horse at all. This is may show speed, add to the pace, and gun and just created a crazy pace. But I don't. I like him more as a 1-turn closer myself.
All right. Well, I'm going to say 2 things here. Number one, that Jim Dandy is better than it looks because that was a very good field.
A good field? Do you mean with Sovereignty winning? Of course.
Yeah, with Sovereignty winning, but it was a good field.
Yes.
Much better than this field. I don't think it needs to be on the lead. And, Big Truz, basically the same horse, but not proven at the distance.
I disagree, respectfully disagree with you, Oldy, that he doesn't need the lead. To me, at 1 1/8, this horse's only chance is to be on the lead. I don't think he can stalk it and make a move here.
Vince, I've been betting on Gosger every time. I just don't trust Gosger, but if Walsh says that, I'm sure. I don't want to talk anybody off the horse because, of course, maybe if I don't bet it, then you guys all bet it. You guys are going to win with him. So, because that's the way it works. So,
And Vince, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Scotty. And Vince, I think that it's more of I had him last 3 times. It's more about an issue of value. At 2 to 1, it's not the proper value to me. I question his 1 1/8 ability. I believe he'll run a good race, but I think he's going to tire like every race he's run the last 3. But an exact is good enough. But I think Big Truz may have more of an upside and can sit off the pace. And maybe, at being able to justify, we'll be able to get the distance. But maybe proven wrong. And maybe Gosger is an improving type. I'm sorry, Scotty. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, that's all I got.
But I like Oscar though. This just doesn't. It's not a great group, and if the pace sets up, he's gonna get the perfect trip. This is his race to win just as much as it's Baeza's race to win, in my opinion, because Baeza hasn't been winning. So, Scotty, there is a lot of speed, like you said. So
there's a lot of speed. The 2's going. I'm convinced that the 2's going.
Yeah.
10's going.
Yes.
10's going to go, but 10's got that outside there. 10's going to have to rate some, and it looks like he can rate some, actually. I mean, anybody that likes Moplex, I can't believe Moplex is 43 to 1. I agree. That's crazy.
Scotty, yeah. Anybody who likes Moplex, in my opinion, respectly, needs a head exam. He's got no chance in this race.
David, I have my head examined weekly,
I said respectfully. Hey, my wife tells me, commonly I need a checkup from the neck up. So what am I supposed to talk about?
And Scotty, we have about 176 people on the stream right now.
Yeah.
So let me kick it to you for a minute to talk about the Keeneland promotion.
Good idea.
All right. So, the Keeneland meet is starting October 3rd. It runs through October 25th. And we've got a promotion that we're doing. And mostly it's for everybody, though, because we didn't want to just have it for new people. But it was mostly to generate, new people to the EquinEdge community. And there's 17 race days. And our 1-day track pass is $7.95. We're giving away all 17 days for $7.95. So it comes out to 47 cents a day. And the entire point is, like, what do you have to lose? And the point is, we want you to try it. Try EquinEdge and see what all the buzz is about. And so hopefully, so far we've done a few Facebook and Instagram ads, and then just, of course, Twitter, like we always do. But yeah, it's just been unbelievable so far. Just new people, tons of new people. So it seems to be resonating with people. So it's exciting. But you have to do it before October 3rd. Once the meet starts, you don't get it. So and that's a good opportunity. It doesn't really cost much to try it out and see. And I don't know, it just seems like every Keeneland meet, you guys, one of the toughest meets we have. Turfway Park's tough, but Keeneland is very tough as well. But we always do well at Keeneland, which is great.
And guys, scan the QR code in the right-hand corner. You'll see on the screen. It'll take you directly to the website. And one of the things Scotty pointed out earlier was there is no recurring charges. So if you sign up for this, you don't want to be part of EquinEdge. You don't have to cancel anything. You will not be charged again. The no sneaky stuff here. So just an opportunity to sign up, get a great deal, $7.95, and that's $7.95 for the entire meet, not $7.95 for one day or one race. $7.95 for the entire meet, as well as we lead into the Grade 1 Pennsylvania Derby here, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons for us here and help us out. We appreciate it. We will have it live. I showed it. I peeked in there for a second here. We're going to go to Gulfstream for a second to watch the race 11 at Gulfstream, and then we'll be back to the Pennsylvania Derby. And please stick with us here. We'll talk a little more about the promo. We're here next week as well. We will have Jim Goodman. We're still working out the exact time based on the post times, but we'll have Jim Goodman from Keeneland, the director of wagering at Keeneland, live next week on the stretch run, and he'll be here for an interview and for you guys to ask questions.
Great.
Yeah, one of the good guys.
Yes,
one of the
he is.
good guys.
Yeah, when I had a 5-minute conversation with him when I was at Keeneland for that tournament this past fall. Really, a really great guy. Yeah. He understands horse players. That's
and he's a batter.
He sure does.
He's a batter himself, so he understands because he is playing as well. So
and being at a numerous, at least a half dozen NHC award dinners, he's I don't know if he writes his own material, but he's a pretty good joke teller.
Yeah. Also,
he's just a really solid guy. If you get the chance to just sit and talk to him, like, you'll never meet a more genuine guy.
No,
absolutely. All right, Justin, what did you like here at Gulfstream? And then we'll be right back to Parx for the Grade 1 Pennsylvania Derby.
Yeah, I see Tony likes the 10-4 exacta. I like the 3-4 exacta. I'm not sure the 10 gonna want the Tapita, and it's outside. Edwin's sending on the 3. The 4 is great. Like I would probably end up with the 4 on top. Well, originally it was the 3, and then they came off the turf as well. So, but I'm trying to beat the 4 for sure. I think the 4 gets trying to beat the 10. I think the 4 gets just a great trip. There's a lot of speed, but Edwin could wire here, Oldie, on the 3 horse. Wouldn't surprise me.
All right, let's see if Edwin can get a third win today after going 0 for the meet coming into this.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Ginger Punch
for 4 wins in a row. Old Neck
taken off the turf, moved to the all.
I think that horse
track
can
at a
only
trip
hit
of a
the
mile
stride,
and 70
though,
yards.
David.
The favorite role has not changed. Starship
Closer.
Impulsive runs favored under Jockey Lee and El Reyes.
For sure.
Yeah, it might be worth a shot at 11-1 though. Good luck, everybody.
We're in the gate. And runners away in the Ginger Punch. Good start outside for Leo Toro, put right on the early lead and looking to cross over. Let's Go Coco is at the rail. Starship Impulsive moves up on the outside. Then back to the blue-colored Charlie's Wish. Moving out the rail is Crafty Collector. Wide on the course is Show Off. Then at the rail, Burn Away. The two at the back, Oshala and Starship Agenda. They make their way to the first quarter, and up on the yacht side, here's a move from Leo Toro to take the lead. Leo Toro by almost a length. Let's Go Coco second. Starship Impulsive is third. At the rail, it's Crafty Collector in fourth. Wide on the course and Show Off. Charlie's Wish got shuffled back a couple spots while racing fourth last. Third last is Starship Agenda. The two at the back are Burn Away and Oshala. The opening quarter was 24-2. Reasonable fractions put up here by Micah Husbands and Leo Toro, who have the lead. The half was 48 seconds flat. At the rail, Let's Go Coco made the leader work in the second quarter from Starship Impulsive, situated 3 wide in third. Show Off given the green light by Bravo, fourth on the outside. Then it's a driven Charlie's Wish, dropping back Crafty Collector. Starship Agenda's underway with Oshala, and Burn Away is last. They run to the top of the stretch. Leo Toro is still in front. From between horses, it's Starship Impulsive. Let's Go Coco fighting hard toward the rail. Far outside, it's Show Off, then back to Charlie's Wish, and they're on their way home. They went 3 quarters in 1:11-3. The leader is still Leo Toro, surrounded on both sides. Starship
Ken's got the momentum right now, but the 9's trying very hard.
Go Coco from fourth, it's Show Off. Final 16th of a mile. It's Leo Toro yet to be headed. Leo Toro driven out. Leo Toro gate to wire in the Ginger Punch. Starship Impulsive was second.
Here's
Third
your order
was Show
finisher
Off.
in the 11th and final from Gulfstream Park. That 9 horse was 3-1. Leo Toro, and that horse has 3 straight wins for this one, guys.
Yeah, the 3 needed the. I thought the 3 would get the lead, not the 9. That's a problem, Oldie.
Yeah. Well, you know, the 9 was stubborn as a bull, you would say, Leo Toro.
Very good.
They've been saving that one up the whole race.
Safi is a magician, isn't he? He claimed this horse for $35,000 2 races back. It obviously has its. She's got her issues. He claimed her for on February 20th, you guys, for $35,000, and then 5 months later comes back and wins in a starter allowance for $50K by 9 3/4 lengths as the big favorite, and then comes back here and wins this non-graded stakes race for $75,000, the Ginger Punch.
The
So
horses have
pretty
now
incredible.
reached the starting gate.
All right, guys, we got the grade 1 Pennsylvania Derby coming up here. We're 0 minutes to post.
The $1 million grade 1.
$1 million. Tony's on Moplex. I thought it was Magnitude and Baeza and Moplex. So those were my 3. David, to review, you're on Big Truz.
Big Truz and Baeza.
Scotty.
I think I'm gonna go on Baeza, but Gosger is tough, and I think it's the favorites, like we talked about. I think the 2 is gonna go flying to the lead, guys. Moplex is gonna go trying to fly from the outside, and then of course Magnitude Styles to be on the lead. He can rate a little bit, but not a lot. But he's gonna be part of a very fast pace because he needs to be near the pace. It looks like. Although, guys, in the Lecomte at Fairgrounds, that horse broke 11th.
David of Athens.
And was 5.5 lengths back at the half, and only lost by 2.5. I mean, maybe Magnitude can rate a little bit because I think he's going to need to.
All right, guys, one more time. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, please. I know there's a lot of new people on the stream right now. Also, scan the QR code in the corner. We have the $7.95 Keeneland special. You get EquinEdge for the entire Keeneland meet for $7.95. No billing tricks, no paying per race. It's just $7.95 for the entire meet. With EquinEdge, you get every single race in the entire meet.
Now they're rolling.
That starts October 3rd is when that meet starts, and they're off.
Off and racing in the Bet Parx Pennsylvania Derby.
Gosger kind of had an
field of 10 on the inside.
awkward
So
start.
Sandy broke alertly.
Stumbled, huh?
They are not going fast at all, you guys. Like, look at the 3 horse, though. The 3's nowhere near the lead.
Neither is Altabelli, either, too.
Yeah, no, the 2's trying to rate, which is interesting. Like, nothing is happening like we thought it would.
Goes a little bit wide.
That's Parx.
Baeza, followed by Mo.
Yeah, that's true.
takes off the pace. So Sandy leads the way. His 3/4 of a length over David of Athens. Goal-oriented tracks in third. He's in the clear. Then it's a wall of horses chasing behind. Gosger right in between Magnitude, Altabelli. He's in on the rail. Baeza's unhurried. Then to his outside, Moplex. And at the back, Happily Delusional. So Sandy goes through an opening quarter, 23 flat. They head down the backstretch. So Sandy continuing to press the issue. David of Athens, goal-oriented. He holds his spot in third. Then it's Magnitude to his outside. Gosger right in between.
Victoria's caught between horses there.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough
63,
spot.
less than a half mile to go. And So Sandy has been resilient, but he has had plenty of company. Goal-oriented on the outside, ups the tempo. In between horses, David of Athens, he's persistent as well. On the outside,
Come Baeza.
and Baeza, he's gotten the cue. He's making up ground with every stride. Goal-oriented has taken the lead as they go around the far turn in the Pennsylvania Derby. Looming on the outside, Baeza, he's continuing to rally, and it's Goal-oriented who hits the top of the stretch.
On the Baeza train.
Goal-oriented, Baeza.
Get to the outside with the 7.
Outside. So Sandy, he's not
Get to
done.
the outside.
Baeza
Russ.
up to confront Goal-oriented. Goal-oriented is fighting on gamely. Magnitude's on the scene late. It is Baeza who is kicking clear. There's a 16th left, and Baeza, Magnitude flying late, but Baeza gets his moment in the
I'll
sun in the
take the
Pennsylvania
exacta.
Derby. Baeza
There you go.
over Magnitude.
And you were right.
Goal-oriented.
Whoever
And a
said
final time,
Magnitude could
148
possibly
flat.
rate, then Magnitude did rate a bit. So the logical result. So, gentlemen, I have to head off quickly to my grandson's football game. He's number 2 team quarterback, so hopefully he should be getting some snaps. And good call with Baeza, Scotty.
David?
Come 836.
836.
36. Yep.
Yeah.
David, good luck to your grandson. Thank you
Thank you.
for all your time today. Look forward to hanging out with you again soon.
Sure. Scotty, good to see you again. Justin.
Good to see you as well.
Good to see you,
been a
David.
while. And Oldie, thanks again for having me on, and catch up with you guys soon. Have a good rest of the weekend. Don't forget, everybody, still on my road to the NHC guy, free contest tomorrow. It's a crapshoot. It's a lottery ticket. Might as well send it in. So good luck, everybody. Enjoy
See
the
you,
weekend.
David.
Thanks, Matt. Bye.
We have the last at Belmont as well
Yep.
coming up here.
Guys, I think the 1 goes gate to wire here. 3-1
I
right
think-
now.
I think you got a good shot. So I looked a little bit at the will pays for these carryovers. They're not great.
No.
The 1 and 13 and the 4 are all about the same. The 4 is actually has the most amount of tickets alive here.
Yeah, it's all real close though, like you said, huh?
And the pick 6 is not so great either. I mean, it's under $5,000 on a $1 pick 6 to all 3 of those horses.
I mean, the 4's got 3 second place finishes and 14 tries, guys. This horse has burned so much money. But I can see, I could see why they're not betting. Well, I can see why the 4 is the favorite on paper. So it doesn't really scare me, actually. The 1 losing by 9 lengths last time out against a much, much tougher group. And a lot of times, like, people don't know that. Like, they don't know how tough that group was as maiden special weight. And that was a hard group. The horse was 4% to win. But now it goes up in GSR from 4% to 24% win. On the inside is the lone speed. Going to be very, very tough, I think, to catch Saratoga Snow the 1.
Yeah, I agree, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was in the 9 post last out and couldn't get the leave. So,
Yeah, that's a really good point, too.
I mean, you just forgive that race. You go to back, was on the rail. That was in Saratoga. Like, you should get the same trip, just missed in a 40. I mean, can beat this group, right? So
Right,
I'm
yeah,
with you
absolutely.
on the 1.
The
11 horse on the EquinEdge long shot is an interesting horse because it's dropping in for a tag. This is a big drop, and it does draw the 11 hole, which I don't love. But it's still a player. But it looks pretty chalky here. I think the 8 horse, first time starter, the 8 is interesting as well. So maybe that horse, it's getting bet for a reason. So the 8 must have some sort of talent. So I wouldn't leave the horse out of your exotics.
Well, how good is the morning line here on Professor Grace? 8-1 on the morning line, 9-2 on the E morning line.
Yeah.
It's exactly 9-2 right now.
It's incredible. It really
These
is.
13 just scratched.
Oh, really?
Oh, runs for purse money only. Yeah.
What? It's so weird when they do that because that horse. So strange. So so what happens if you're like in a pick six? You get the other favorite.
You get the 4 right now. Who's the favorite? And I personally I'd rather have the 1, but in that case. All right, they're nearing the gate here, Justin. If we can go to the sound.
I got you. 4 current favorites still, 8-5.
And again, guys, for everybody who stuck with us for the show today with the Pennsylvania Derby, we want to thank you for your time too. And thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like and subscribe. Check out the promo as we've talked about. We appreciate you. And thank you for taking your time and out of your Saturday with us as well.
Ollie, we started out hot. It was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty, it was good to have you on too.
Yeah, it's not always nice to come on with you guys. It's in the community here. It's just amazing. I'm always watching you guys' shows, and you guys do such an amazing job. And we have an amazing community as well. I get excited. You know what I like doing, you guys? I like coming on once in a while, but I love building all the new tools because I'm proud to release a lot of this stuff and get the reactions that we get from the community and everybody. So that's the fun for me, is all the development that we're doing and all the new technology. So and tools for horse racing. I really think I know we're doing something very special that will be remembered for a long time, I believe.
Well, let me say also, we're looking for potentially for hosts. So, if you guys know anybody who might be interested, or you think you might be interested, please shoot me an email at oldie@equinedge.com, and I'll filter that to Scotty. I don't want Scotty to get bombarded by emails here, but always looking to expand. We're going to be adding shows and some really cool stuff going on.
So the jockey jumped off the 2, but getting right back up. Yeah. The horse is
the 3's
a little excited.
The 3 too.
Same with the 3.
Yeah.
Looks a little rank.
Scotty, the jockey on the 1 was just kind of sitting there looking at the 2 and 3, like, what are you guys doing?
And the 13 last to load. The jockeys are all on their mounts. The 4 horse now just almost went through the gate, but there goes the 13, and I like what I'm seeing from the 1 right away.
Whoa, the 4 destroyed the 3.
Bank on BB, right to the front, flashes early speed. There's Saratoga Snow is in the early mix 2. That's the top duo.
There we go.
20 only outside. That's the 13. Just one more now joining the leaders, and we'll take the front.
The problem is the 13 being allowed to stay in the race affects the race.
I know.
Green sleeves. Out wide of there is Tis All Mine, is in the early mixes, now a shared 3rd. And behind them, that's Bank on BB. It's in the 5th position towards the outside on a summer day. Also right there is Atta Girl Addie towards the back end of the field. The 2 trailers Heaven's Lead with VFD. 23.21. It's the opening quarter mile there, and Professor Grace is tracking just off of the purse money only runner.
It's a pretty fast pace, 23 flat.
Yeah.
23 and 1.
Right here, shared. 3rd and 4th. Purse money only is in front, again, the 13. There's Professor Grace, just behind them, Saratoga Snow. Towards the outside of that one comes Tis All Mine. On a summer day moving forward, Atta Girl Addie is in the mix too. Just behind them is VFD, and then Heaven's Lee is in the pink silks, and the trailer tailing off. That's Bank on BB. 47.67. That half mile time Here comes Professor Grace towards the outside. Professor Grace, and now Saratoga Snow is called upon for the effort. Also right there, now shoved along is On a Summer Day, 112 flat for 3/4 of a mile and ready to range up. Here comes Professor Grace, is ready to pounce. Saratoga Snow is chasing 2. Purse money only.
Just got to beat the 7.
13 is going to be
Come on, Juan.
in front.
Come on, Juan.
Saratoga Snow.
Yeah,
Rallying
we're
down the
good.
side of the racetrack, and Saratoga Snow is drawing away. Saratoga
Not only beat the 1, but beat the 13 anyway.
to win the finale. First money
Well,
only.
your single at the end of the pick 6 would have hit, Scotty.
Yeah, yep. Well, I did single it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have changed my ticket, I would have hit it. I don't know what it's going to do. What's it paying?
$4,000.
I mean, that would still be nice.
4,500, something like that. But
Yeah, yeah. I my original ticket was a winner, and I canceled it and changed.
So about 1,025 on the pick 5 carryover.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was 1.2 million in that pool. Wow.
I hit the trifecta. I bet a win bet here on the 1, pretty good too, and then I have the trifecta 1, 4, 11. So I got that as well. So super happy about that. We'll see what that pays. I mean, it's favorite.
I spent way more than I should on that pick 5 carryover, but I did hit it, and it is a profit.
No, that's good.
But it's
Nice.
not something I'm proud of enough to show there, but it's another $1,000 in the bank for today.
Nice. Yeah, every bet that I made in this last race, I hit 1, 4, 11. I had the 1, 4 exacta, and I had the 1 to win. So that's a nice way to finish off the day, guys. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I wouldn't have canceled that pick 6 ticket, but I didn't see that one horse actually coming from behind, but the jockey did a nice job.
For sure. I did not see that either, but let's give us some boom.
Skip it up and down.
Guys, I'm really looking forward to this Keeneland meet. It's gonna really have a lot of energy, a lot of fun. We're gonna do a lot of shows. I want to give a shout out too. We've got the show in Spanish, and with Herman and with Alfredo, like that was really good. You were building so many new community members in South America. It's pretty amazing. A really great energy right now with all the new tools and products that are coming out over the next they're not going to stop, but through the rest of the year, there's some great stuff. They're never going to stop, but yeah.
And that's the thing. You're never satisfied. So
no,
it will never stop because you're never going to be satisfied with what's there. You can always think that you can do better. So, and will do better and make them do better with the algorithm. So
we have to see this through. We have to see this through, guys. And the way I look at it as well, like there are a lot of things that need to happen in horse racing. We need more horse stock. We do. We need to, figure out how to make, it not so expensive for owners. Like it used to be so much fun. I remember my first horse, like I went in and bought a horse with 2 other guys, and like that was, you can't do that anymore. It's like, and we don't have enough horse stock, and the horses are selling. Like, I'm so happy for Keeneland. Don't get me wrong, I really am. But they broke records there at Keeneland sale here this past week by $100 million.
That's wild. Wow.
Like, that's so crazy.
Yeah. No, and I think Maryland racing is coming back on the upswing with the move to the Maryland Racing Authority, who, I think is going to do a great job with Pimlico as that gets rebuilt. You have Belmont being rebuilt, and I think that's going to be huge for racing too. But we really have to see an investment in the live full birth rate and increasing those numbers, because right now all the money from those casinos goes directly to the purse money, but there aren't enough horses for that purse money.
Exactly.
So we need to support small ownership and more and higher full birth rates and things like that. It's something I think about all the time. I know it's stupid for me to be thinking about, but it's definitely something that's on my mind.
Guys, I want to talk about what Dan said here. Dan, people have asked me forever for a late pace number. It makes no. Can you run the race simulator to the end? The race simulator is showing you more accurately than any number is going to show you who's going to be closing in the race, and then you use the other metrics. Believe me, if I put a late pace number up there, you guys, it would do nothing for you. It would just confuse you more, and it wouldn't be as accurate as the, how accurate, how amazing is it when you run the race and you see a blue arrow, one horse with a blue arrow? How many times that horse win or is closing, the other one to close? Like, of course, it's not just about that. You also have to look: is the horse have a good GSR? Is the horseman facing, good horses? Does it have a high SOR? Right. So, it's
and late pace, just like early pace, Scotty, I think is race dependent.
Yeah.
So if you can't see that the horses on the front end are going to get tired, because the horse had a big run last time and because that happened, you can't visualize that just with a number.
No, you can't. You really can't. You have to look. The most important thing to me is the first call of the race simulator. Hey, what's up, Catherine? How are you? I love our OGs. Catherine, one of the OGs. But the first call of the race simulator will show you a lot. Then you look at the metrics, and then you see. So you have to remember the race simulator. Let me help you with this too, Dan. The race simulator is running the race as if everything was perfect. So let's just say you have a closer that loses the race by 2 lengths. Let's just say at the finish of the race simulator. But let's just say all of a sudden the pace is really hot. The race simulator doesn't look at the pace. None of the other metrics look at the pace. So they don't know that there's going to be a really hot pace, meaning that horse that's closing might even get a better setup now. Does that make sense? Because it's not going to be a perfect trip. Like, it'll take a horse that's showing going gate to wire, but if there's 2 or 3 horses that are equally as fast, now all of a sudden you could move that horse up that's closing, if that makes any sense. So, but that's the way I use the race simulator, you guys. I go, okay, this horse went gate to wire by a nose, but are there other horses that are just as fast? Now I'm not looking at that horse at all just because the race simulator had him winning.
It makes perfect sense to me.
Right.
And some of the things you can do also with the race simulator, this is the wrong race to show it with, but let's see if we can find one that can kind of show this. But if you look at the first or second point of call, and I typically look at 2 or 3, between 2 and 4 horses. If I see 4, let's say 3 or more up together at the first point of call, I know there could be a pace duel, and to really look closely at who's closing in a race on the race simulator from stretch to finish. If I see a horse, if I see 1 or 2 up here, or somebody who clears pretty easily, then I'm not going to be as interested in what happens at the end unless that horse is cheap.
And you have to look at the horse's style as well. Oldy, pull up the Los Alamitos race. I think we could show that you could sort by the pace and just see how that might play out.
The other thing, Scotty, I know you've talked about this. When horses have a stronger strength of race, right? They could.
It moves them up on the pace.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
So let's see. Like the 2 horse is an example. The 2 horse has a very high class compared into this field, and the horse's style is to be honored near the lead, and so he might sit back, or I wouldn't be surprised if the jockey on the 2 sent this horse, Kimura.
Yeah.
Like, and you could guess that. And I always sort the SOR. Do you guys? I love the SOR. For me, as great as all the metrics are, that's my favorite metric, because class means everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely, you'll see a lot of notes from me on dropping SOR. At Woodbine, I probably use that note more than any other note I use.
Yeah,
Scotty, in this race, it's kind of crazy, like you were talking about that. I mean, Oldy, if you...
Yeah, can you put it on, Oldy?
Oldie, I'll do it. It's fine. I was just going to show
Am I not
there you
showing the
go.
screen? I'm not showing the screen. That's
No, I got you, Oldy. It's okay. So, but you have the 8 and the 1, and on the race sim, the 2, right? But the 8's coming from so much easier than this, right?
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
And then the 1 coming from like last out much easier. I mean, they did win on the drop, obviously, and they were in the tempos. But then you show, and that was at Del Mar, and then you show the 2, right, who was in the 11 post, sprinting 5.5 at Del Mar. But the class, right, when you look here, is a 57.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And when you go to the finish, if there is a speed duel, and it looks like they're going to go pretty fast, who are the horses that are going to be closing? The 9.
I mean,
the
yeah,
3,
you have the
and the 6.
2. Yep.
The 9, 3, and 6, and you can find some odds there. And so here's the thing: the 9 actually wins the race simulator, but the 3 and the 6 are 10-1 and 8-1 respectively. And if there is a speed duel, then you could move those horses up because the race simulator is only saying they're losing by a length and a quarter and a length and a half. So this is handicapping, right? So you get great metrics, great tools, and then you have to put the puzzle together. The race simulator has almost every horse except for the 8 horse, within a length and 2 lengths of each other. So it's I think you could probably throw the 5 out. You could probably throw the 8 out, and then like pick a number.
Yeah. And, so I would also say you can use that for exactas too, especially if you have a big favorite that you think is going to win. You use those horses that are closing late in the race sim underneath as well.
Yeah.
In your handicapping.
I mean, look at the 6. I mean, was that Losal is going to be closing, right? Comes from 56s and 58s. It ran and hit the board last out in an 870.
And at Del Mar, look at Del Mar, Justin. That horse had the 12 hole, and still ran third by 2.5 lengths. 6 horse absolutely can be a player here.
Yeah, and especially in a vertical, right? Like it's going to close for sure. And you look at the class versus, the 3 obviously is 8%, a little bit more, drops a lot in win percent, but also comes from a lot easier races versus the 6, who comes from much tougher.
All right, let me throw Losal up there.
Yeah, let's might as well watch the race. I have a note on the 1 horse as well.
Oh, sorry, Oldy. Go ahead.
Sorry, and we have the last at which is a stakes race at Parx as well to close out the Pennsylvania Derby card.
Okay.
Coming up after this, and those are the last, I believe, will be our last 2 races.
Jaguar John, My Dominator, and Where's the Loot are in the gate.
So the 9 does look tough in here, but the
Broadway
3 and 6
Unions.
could surprise at a price as well.
We're going to have a good time.
Yes, Dave, good
Gunning
point
for
there.
gold.
Always look for equipment changes as well.
Yeah.
Atomic Drop, one of the last in. Nighttime to complete the line.
Ooh, nice catch by the assistant starter there.
That was.
Number 3,
What's up, David?
Broadway
Yeah, look for
Unions
equipment
opens the front of
changes
the
as
gate.
well.
That problem being
I haven't seen
rectified
David
by
in a
an
while. I've
assistant
been
starter.
following him on Twitter, but I haven't seen him.
The rider is off Broadway
Good
Unions.
to see you, Dave.
Who's being reversed
I think
out
he's
of the
been
gate.
traveling a
Broadway
lot,
Unions
Scotty.
being backed out of gate 3.
Yeah, he does. Like I believe he goes to Hong Kong a lot, doesn't he?
Well, I know he goes there. I went to Alaska, and he went to a couple places there.
He was in Japan.
I want Dave's life.
The vet took a look at Broadway Unions, who has been cleared, and reloads. Ready again. Racing.
Okay, there they go.
Atomic Drop and Jaguar John come out firing. Where's the Luton? We're going to have a good time. Quickly into stride and gunning for gold. Flashes pace on the extreme outside, but Jaguar John will zip clear to the half-mile pole. It's Jaguar John leading now by a length from Atomic Drop. And on the inside, Where's the Loot? Followed by the grey. We're going to have a good time and gunning for
9
gold.
cut to the inside. That was a really smart move by the
Nighttime
jockey,
crossing to
David
the rail is 5 or 6 lengths off the pace. racing solo mid-race in advance of my Dominator with a good long gap to Broadway Unions.
Somebody's
5/16
coming
left to
late
go.
there,
Jaguar
too.
John showing the way. Where's the Loot
5:30?
hugging the fence? Atomic Drop has the bright pink blinkers. On his outside is Gunning for
Here comes the
Gold.
9 at the
And then
rail.
Nighttime being swung wide and even deeper out. My Dominator joining in from well back past the 8th
Oh, there's
pole.
the
And
9.
Jaguar
On the
John's the
outside.
leader
9's moving
from
very fast.
Nighttime. And Where's the Loot? And then comes
For
my
Jesus
Dominator.
Young, it's gonna get
It's
the 1.
Jaguar John joined by Nighttime. Nighttime
Close.
and Jaguar John fighting it out. Nighttime just in front.
just
Boat
gonna get
toe.
there.
Nighttime edges Jaguar
That
John.
one
Where's the
ran
Loot
huge.
third? And
Huge, but the favorite Nighttime wins the race. First time for Jesus Uranga, who claimed this horse for 10,000 out of a Del Mar race on August 3rd. That's 3 straight wins. That looks like a really nice claim, guys. That was an $18,000 purse there. And Jesus, a very, very good trainer. He's hovering around 19% right now. So it looks like you got a good one. Probably expect to see this horse around the hook at night at Los Alamitos and probably win some races. But I mean, you do have to have some speed, early speed. So we'll see what happens there. All right, we got one more we're going to cover here. That's Parx race number 15. Why not, guys? I narrowed the race down to 6 horses: 1, 3, 4, 5, 9, 11.
All right. Well, my top pick is the 8, Scotty.
Oh shit!
I'm 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta bet my watch on this one with. Oh no! Look at the race simulator. The race simulator has this horse doing pretty good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does, but I mean, this horse has just going down in win percentage. I know it looks good, but it's going from 16%. It has a EE morning lines 15-1. It's the win percentage at 2%. I like 2 different algorithms are saying this horse is going to regress off that last race. The only thing you have going for it is the Blue Arrow and the race simulator, which also has a wall of all these horses show at the finish line within a length of each other. Crazy.
It also has 5 horses within a length of each other at the first point of call, which was one of my keys for when you could see pace melting.
Yeah. Guys, why can't the 11 win this race? 9-5 on the EE morning line, and on paper it looks like a competitive race. But in a competitive race like this, for a horse to be 9-5 on the EE morning line, for Belmont, Luis Saez, look at the last 3 times this horse has run against really nice horses. He's drawn the inside, the rail twice, and the two pole. So yeah. So I think
the 11
at 25-1 as well, guys.
And the 10 post, it's actually the 9 post, isn't a bad spot at Parx. Those outside posts do pretty well there.
Yeah. What do you think, Justin?
When Oldy and I had talked about this yesterday, Scotty, I originally I did like the 5, but I flipped to the 3. I just thought Hold My Bourbon for Safi. I mean, they're getting back. They're going to 6.5, but last out, I wouldn't even look at the 4 go at Saratoga. I'd toss it. I mean, 1-2 back in the 68. Yeah. I thought could still improve here. Tyler rides. A little bit of my concern is just the trip that horse might get, but I still thought I had a big look for the 3. And then my long shot was the 4, 21 Mamba. But yeah, I had the 3 on top.
The 9 horse guys should get a good trip, depending on whether the 11 presses the 9, the Bucciarino.
Horses have now reached.
And then of course we've got the EquinEdge long shot, but this one,
15.
Can this one rate? It's not proven the ability to really be that far off the pace. Well, it did 2 back actually, but that was against a 58 group. It showed a lot of speed against a much tougher group last time out. Maybe we should be looking at Maximus Meridius.
Scotty, if that's for Butchie Reed, I think we'll run a good race. But look back last November, showed the ability to sit right off in a 68 allowance race. So. Third in the form cycle, they go to 6.5. Shouldn't be a problem. The 5 got a big look.
Takes his spot.
Yeah.
Butchie Reed.
Butchie Reed.
Next up is Caramel Chip.
This is going to be this is going to be a close race, guys. Like it looks the race simulator is saying you're going to have a wall of them at the
Meridius
top of the
and
stretch.
Bucarino. They'll be the next two. Now we're just waiting on Damon's Mound.
Damon and his mound. When I heard Caramel Chip, though, I keep thinking of Homer Simpson.
And
caramel.
Now they're all in. Off and racing in the Parx
Good break.
sprint. Good start for Damon's Mound. Bucarino broke alertly, and these two throw it down early. Damon's Mound, Bucarino, Maximus Meridius joining the party. Hold
I
my
did not
bourbon once
expect to see
say
the
as
5
well.
that close to the
Full
base
Moon
like
Madness.
that.
Follow to the outside. Caramel
on,
Chip
Caramel
to
Chip.
the
Is
inside in
you
the
if you're going
orange
to go
Bernie's
for it like
Grip.
that, you got to go for it. You can't
Mamba
just sit
at
there
the
now
back.
being between
Bump
horses.
and run. The battle on the front end rages. Maximus Meridius puts his neck in front. Bucarino goes with him on the outside. Damon's Mound in the pink silks. The gray Hold My Bourbon. They zip through an opening quarter. 22 flat.
Look at the 11. The 11 has even.
Maximus Meridius under
It's been
pressure
such
from
an easy
Bucarino.
trip for the 11
Damon's
horse.
Mound looms to the outside. They are beginning to inch away from the rest of the field. Then it's Hold My Bourbon. Caramel Chip. He's under a drive. Bernie's Mitts. Full Moon Madness is in on the rail. 24 Mamba still at the back. Bump and run and 3 across the track.
Three's
It is
done.
a 3-horse battle. Maximus Meridius,
done.
Bucarino, Damon's Mound, the half.
One
44,
is not
done. Eight's
three
coming.
hit the top of the stretch together, trying to come up the rail. Hold My
One's
Bourbon. He's
coming.
full of run on the outside. Full Moon Madness, Caramel Chip, Bucarino, and Maximus Meridius. They are
There's
going
your
on.
8,
It's
Ollie.
Bucarino who has the lead, but the closers are coming. Damon's Mound, Full Moon Madness. Bucarino is game. There's the 16th left. Bucarino trying to hold them off, and Bucarino shows his class. And
Look at that, guys. 6
Bucarino
horses
wins
at the
Parx
wire.
sprint.
That's insane.
Yep.
Final
So
time,
so
1:15.
amazing. That's where it's a crapshoot, right? The 9 horse gets a nice trip. Paco Lopez, it's so easy to want to like hate that guy, but he's such a good jockey.
Yep.
Like, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what a
and
good show.
They went 44 and 2 there, Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah. The 9 was right there the entire time. In between horses, by the way.
Yeah. All right, and a little boom for Dave there. He had the 9.
David had
Yes.
the 9.
Well
Thank
done,
you, Alan.
Dave.
Thank you, Alan. We appreciate it. And Scotty, thank you for hanging out with us all day. We should do this more often. It was a great show.
It was fun, you guys. I appreciate being invited, and it's great to be here with the community. And yeah, let's carry the momentum that we have right now, and hopefully we're going to release the trainer stats this week. That's my hope. My realistic hope is we release the trainer stats this week. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you, everybody. We appreciate you joining us as usual, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And hopefully we can get those trainer stats released, guys.
Yes,
And-
sir. Thanks. So go Mariners.
Go Cubs.